Hello, hello, happy Crimson Tuesday. Blah Holton, Mousimus, Evil Tentacle, good to see you guys. Yeah, I was almost on time today, except I was trying to post on my Mastodon thingy that I was live, and I had. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I'm good. Yes. It's weird because I know you guys were talking last week, I think about, or week before, about something called Tusky, which is an app you can use Mastodon with, but it's for Android phones only, and I've got an iPhone. And the Mastodon app on my phone basically doesn't work at all for posting. Like I can look at my feed and stuff, but anytime I try to post anything, it just freezes. The app just completely freezes. So I don't know what's going on there. Um, I don't know if it's a matter of I'm following a lot of people. Maybe I don't know what the issue is, but yeah, it's kind of unusable on my phone. Except I can like and or favorite and boost other people's posts, but I can't really respond to other people, which is kind of a bummer. Hey, all, Just a Jeffy, and thank you, Just a Jeffy, for demonstrating. I think Goemon-sama, I think, mentioned about you can make your own subscriber badge. So I made the subscriber badge to be the little diamond. Yosh, LFG, good to see you. Good evening, Slot Studio. Yeah. So yes, thank you, Just a Jeffy, for demonstrating the little diamond icon is now the subscriber badge. I didn't know I could do it, and even when I knew I could do it, I had a hard time finding out how to do that. I had to look through some stuff. It's not easy to find. Yeah, Bluff Holton. I don't know hardly anything. Oh my gosh, Lucas! Yay! Thanks so much for the cheer. For the bits. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and so I noticed, Lucas, you mentioned on Twitter you're excited to see Dan tonight. Yes, we have a scheduled Dan coming in at about 9:30 or so. He's going to be composing some music for us. I sent him a ton of different example pieces from other adventure games about what we are going to do tonight, and hopefully we'll play a few of those to get kind of an idea of what we want to do. Yes, we have a scheduled Dan. So yes, it's most likely. Sometimes Dan has like stuff come up and he's too busy, and so maybe not. But yeah, as far as I know, as of this afternoon, he said yes, he can come around. Artistic Coolest is good to see you. Drawing at the moment, perfect. I like to see that. I like to hear that. There may be a Dan sighting, Fluke. There's a likely Dan sighting. There's like a 85% chance of a Dan sighting tonight, so that's pretty good. I'd say those are pretty good odds. But yeah, to fill time, I'm going to get back to work on the pixel art piece I was doing. I'm also, let me just actually quickly show, filter. Okay, let me turn off the chroma key because I want to show you guys current progress on, Farrell to Nova Scotia, my favorite. Here we are working on this piece. I'm working on, you can see I'm working on Nessa over there in the corner. Gomon-sama, good to see you. Gomon-sama, were you the one who mentioned that you can edit the subscriber badges? So I made the diamond, the subscriber badge. Oh good, Yoshi LFG, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I ran out completely of the light gray, because the light gray I only had one skein of it, because I was testing out the color, but I'm pretty happy with that color. So I need to buy more. I need to buy much more embroidery floss. Oh, Evil Tentacle, sorry. Okay, fine. Evil Tentacle, thank you. Thank you for letting me know about the subscriber badge badge that people can have. Thank you. Yeah, I have extremely bad memory. But yes, thank you. So from there, developer update, exciting developers update. We do one every week, but I'm particularly excited about this one. Chapter 5 is finished. It is done. It's in the books, right? Because we said in the bag is when you forecast a likely future success, right? So it's not in the bag, it's in the books, which is something from in the past. So it is in the books. As of last night, chapter 5 is completed. So super happy about that. Of course, there's still, before me, there's chapter 6. Chapter 6 is the last gameplay chapter I've been telling you guys. So that's going to wrap everything up. And chapter 7 will be an epilogue chapter, where there will be a test of knowledge, and you'll get your branching endings depending on what you've learned over the game and stuff that you've done over the game, that type of a thing. So the end, I won't say the end is near, but the end is getting nearer, and that feels pretty good, I'll say. Yes, exactly. 5 in the books. In the books. Dr. McKiller, good to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am. It's funny because when I finished the bit last night, I wasn't even like happy about it. I guess I was relieved because that's something I've been looking forward to for a while, is finishing chapter 5, and I had said at the beginning of November I'll have it done, and of course, or did I even say the beginning of October? I might have promised some outlandish promise, and of course fell far short of that promise, but telling you guys got me actually excited about it, because when I'm just sitting here on my own, I could say, oh, I finished chapter 5, but it's cooler and more fun when I get to share that good news. So. Okay, so from there, I'm going to move into a few little things, like the usual stuff you guys put up with. I guess first of all, I might as well introduce myself, run the trailer, then we'll get into a few things, and then we'll get right into Photoshop until Dan is available. Yeah, Yasha LFG, so you totally get it. It definitely helps to have people to share with. So yeah, I was just kind of a bit blasé about it last night, because I was thinking, oh, well, this is kind of something I've been wanting to do for a while now, to finish chapter 5. But yeah, just all of a sudden it occurred to me that I was excited to tell you guys, so that kind of helps. So thank you guys for being here, watching me work on stuff, and getting to share good news and stuff like that. So it's been a good time overall, I think. Yeah, so let me introduce myself. Welcome to Crimson Tuesday. I am Julie Minamata. I am making this adventure game called The Crimson Diamond. There is a link. If you want to visit the Steam store page, there is a Steam store page. There's also another thing. There is a bunch of other links too. So there's of course a website, all kinds of other fun stuff to go to. I put these up on YouTube after the fact. I also do a bit of Let's Playing, not tonight because we have a Dan tonight, but on non-Dan nights and non-guest nights, I've been playing Cruise for a Corpse, the EGA version. It's kind of hard to get EGA version. I'm very fortunate that somebody, a very, very kind viewer, furnished me with a copy of the Cruise for a Corpse. That's it, Cruise for a Corpse EGA. It's not one seen often, and I'm really glad I get to share it with everybody. Retro Rents Al, good to see you, long time no see. Happy Crimson Tuesday. That person went to too. Hello, good to see you as well. Yes, eating with. The lesson learned is promise nothing. That's the thing with the promises, is I don't like doing them. I don't, because I don't feel good when I don't hit that promise, because I do try to keep my promises. But you're right. Or you just keep them, you just make a secret promise in your own head, and then no one can, hold you to them. Gerardo Cotera as well, welcome to chat. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Oh good, you wishlisted a couple days ago, fantastic. Yes, Eating With, yes, you just got in. Chapter 5 is done. Super excited. Yeah, chapter 5 took a little longer than anticipated, like everything else, because there was a kind of a sequence, like a cutscene sequence, and those tend to take more time because there's a lot of close-up shots and some animation going on and everything. And Grudislav, I'm glad to see you here, because I think we've discussed the difficulty of self-imposed deadlines and how we feel about those, because I feel like you're not a big fan of them either. Grudislav, of course, is the game dev behind Lamplight City, and currently developing Rosewater, as well as a Golden Wake. But yeah, Rosewater is the current one. Grundislav, how is that all going? Will we see a return to Wild West Wednesday anytime soon? I know you mentioned potentially December would be when you get started back on streaming, because you've been busy with the voice editing for your voiceovers. Yes, boo deadlines. Yes, exactly. That's pretty succinct. I think that pretty much, will say it all. Oh no, you haven't worked on Rosewater in like a month? What have you been up to, if you may say? Have you been busy, or like good busy? Hopefully. Edenway, thank you. Edenway says, congrats on completing this milestone. I'm close to a big milestone as well, so it will be nice to move on to the next project. Yes. Well, yes, I mentioned finished chapter 5. Now I'm just going through player feedback, for like the demo and some of my beta testing feedback as well. So that's what I'm working on right now, just fixing some issues and stuff. In fact, Maximus, I actually addressed some of the stuff I think you had brought up on I can't remember what the issue was, but I did fix it just last night and I felt really accomplished. But yeah, I've been going through some of that stuff, and I don't have a database or anything for tracking bugs. I have them set as unread in my Gmail, and some of those are more than a year old. So reducing the number of unread messages in my Gmail is super. It feels super good. So that's something else I'm looking forward to. Yeah, if you want to see the bug, the database I have is this checkbox, which hopefully you can't see. I'm gonna just wave it around so you can't pause it and see what that says. But that's currently my to-do list. I tried to address some simple bugs last night, but the more involved stuff I make a note of. Little X Tux, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Oh, you've also barely gotten anything done in a month as well, Blaholton. I hope for good reasons. I hope all good reasons. Yes, Retro Rents, I'm very excited for Rosewater as well. Between the Borders, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. And you're finishing second draft of your novel, Eating With. Fantastic. Yeah, Mausimus, so-called Inbox Zero approach. I don't think I'm going to hit Inbox Zero. I should file stuff that important emails in other folders and stuff, but I feel like I just forget about them. But yeah, that's my system of bug tracking, is unread messages in Gmail. And then, taking a peek at all the other places there could potentially be reports, such as the community hub for the Crimson Diamond game on Steam, which I discovered and then forgot for a couple years, and then I'm reminded of again. And so I started to look through some of the messages there because people had thoughtfully posted feedback there, and I completely hadn't addressed it at all. So there's a lot of different little places I need to check for stuff. Okay, Grindislav, I was away for Adventure X and then I went down to Florida for Thanksgiving. Just got home today. Oh, fantastic! Wonderful. It's good to be home. Welcome home. Decided to take a much needed break. Absolutely. That's important too, of course. Yes, Between the Borders as well. You only did nonfiction, but completing a book is a great feeling, although editing can be a chore. Editing, it's such a big part of it. Like, it's almost like the editing stage. I've never written a book or anything, but when I used to write essays for school and everything, the editing part could take like half the time that the actual writing took. It almost is like I'm really looking forward to that stage of the game. I'm really looking forward to that when I have Crimson Diamond in its entirety built, and I can start emphasizing things, de-emphasizing things, making it really feel like a cohesive whole, like tying stuff together really well. Because right now, I mean, I work on the game one chapter at a time, and so I can kind of lose sight or forget about some of the detail in the first bit. So I really need to have a global understanding of the entire game, and then make sure that it all flows together well. And that's going to be something I'm really looking forward to. That will happen in the near future, not the near future, in next year probably. Your inbox is nearly always at zero, Grindislav. Oh, jealousy. Or is that envy? I keep forgetting the distinction between envy and jealousy. Is it? I'm jealous. I think I'm jealous. Ooh, Deluxe Tux, you made a nice butter pecan pie for Thanksgiving. That does sound amazing. Oh my gosh, why? Okay, if I don't move this way, then I think okay, I'll stay here. My chroma key is having a little bit of a hard time. Okay. Between the Borders, I had a full page that I circled and wrote, "Is this even English?" that came together in editing. Betty Human, good to see you, by the way. Betty Human says, "You edited essays you wrote for school. What a waste." I don't know if you're joking or serious, but it actually was quite a waste for me, because I would write an essay on like Hamlet or something in high school English class, and it was way too long, and I'd have to cut like 50% of it out. But I actually had a lot of enjoyment really editing, because first you try to edit big things, so whole concepts you're gonna take out from it, the ones that are the least doing the least work in supporting the argument. And then I start getting really granular, where I'm really trying to optimize every single sentence to remove redundant words, or trying to blend two sentences together to express the same idea. I love that stuff. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it was probably a waste because I started off with way too much to begin with. Yes, Flukas, don't worry, the deadline for Crimson Diamond is 25 minutes from now, no pressure. Yeah. Oh, the deadline is only between me and Steam because Steam does require you to have a launch date. Mine is hidden and will remain hidden for quite some time. But I think I mentioned to you guys like second quarter 2023. I'm assuming, because even though I feel like I can probably finish the game probably in first quarter, but I want to leave myself a lot of time for QA and just for my own that editing stage that I want to get to. Beta Human says jealousy means you wish you had something instead of the other person. So I'm envious. Okay, so I want what zero on red in my email box, but I don't mind that Gurnislav has it as well. Okay, that's fine. I'm envious. That's fine. And you're 2 months behind on your newsletter too, Gurnislav. I've done I think 50 Crimson Gazettes. Oh my gosh, I do it monthly, so that's like 4 years, you guys. Uh-oh. Last video says, for me, jealousy is wanting what somebody else has. Envy equals wanting to destroy the thing someone has that I don't. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one who is not too clear on the distinction. I know there is a distinction, I just can't remember it. I never remember it. Between the borders, I spent 8 hours once editing like 3,000 words to 250 for a press release. It was polished. That's the kind of extreme editing that I'm talking about. Like it's kind of that thing where it shouldn't have been that big to begin with, but oh, you doing 3 months behind on reading your email? I'm not that bad. I read everything, and for instance, if someone sends me feedback, I'll try to send them as soon as possible an email saying, "Oh, thank you for the feedback, and I'm going to look at this when I get to it," so that I don't like leave them for a year to respond. I just respond really quickly, and then that's when it becomes unread for me. I mark it as unread, so they know that I've received it, and I do thank them for that. Deluxe Talks, you think we need a replacement for email? Just trust the whole concept to build a more sustainable and universal system. I love email. Oh my gosh! Even though I don't sort, I love the fact that you can do all that sorting that I don't do. If Lucas, you say just release a 900 gigabyte day one patch like they all do now. Squaff, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Oh, new Pokemon had a day one patch. Not sure what it fixed. All right, moving onward. I was introducing myself. Yeah, so I'm making this game. I stream on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's probably as much as far as we get with it. I'm gonna run the trailer really quickly, go through some usual housekeeping stuff, and then we're gonna get into it. Okay, so here is the trailer for the game. The game is a mystery adventure game set in Canada in the early 1900s. Text parser interface, which is a bit of a throwback, but there are some regulars in chat who come in who do that as well. Cosmic Void 3 is going to be releasing a game soon that is sort of like a really chunky AGI style EGA text parser game. Slat Studio, of course, as well is making EGA text parser games as well. There are, I'm not going to say dozens of us because I'm pretty much sure there's less than that, but there are a few of us. Mousemiss as well just released this set of tools to create 3D EGA games, which is kind of a stunning achievement. Grindislav, where's your EGA game? We gotta get in on the trend. But yeah, so let me play the trailer. Trailer goes out to Judith Butler's lover, wherever they may be. Hopefully they will come back to us someday. Here is the trailer. Let's get to it. Turn this music off. Turn my mic down.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Okie dokie. Okay, so let me just check back here on chat. Okay, Beta Human, you said you looked up the definition for jealousy versus envy. Looks like the distinction is when you picked up on the street. You like your distinction, but was wrong to speak as though from a place of authority. We regret the error. Totally understandable, and that's the thing. The best thing is, I like when people say, "Oh yeah, new information has come to light," and then just saying, "Oh, this is how it's different now." And I so appreciate you saying so. I still don't know what the distinction between jealousy and envy is, but hopefully we'll have this resolved by the end of the stream. Squaff asks how many A's and a boots will be included in the dialogue. Do I have a Canadian accent, you guys? I hear it sometimes in other people. I think I might have a very soft one, but it's actually something that I hear in other people more. I think, especially if they're from kind of northern Ontario, there is an accent that you will hear. You will hear it often in hockey commentators. And other places, I guess, like that Doug and Bob McKenzie type of accent. I might have it a little bit, maybe more than I think. I don't know, but I also hear it. I hear it, and I think it's pretty cute. Hello, the Special Carl. Good to see you. Special Carl, of course, is the artist of a Portrait Alliance, and is his own game, The Amazing Fix. Oh, Blaholtzen, thank you. I'm glad you like the shirt. The shirt is actually a dress, which is kind of wasted on stream, but we do what we can. You're Canadian, so it's hard to tell, the Special Carl. And just to Jeffy, yeah, do you have a Canadian accent? You've never heard a fellow Canadian say a boot? Deluxe text, every once in a while you let a bit of Canadian slip. And Edenwood says, I never heard a Canadian ever say A. I don't really say it myself. Okay, Between the Borders says, as a Wisconsinite, you sound typical from this region. The Canadian Upper Peninsula accent you usually hear on TV is different. Yes, that's what I mean. I guess that's what it's called. I usually call it Northern Ontario, but Upper Peninsula accent. I've heard Yoopers say A, but not Canadians. Okay, Flukus just moved to Minnesota from Oshkosh after living there 20 years. Okay, so Squaff says, I don't think you do. Usually people who say a boot will usually enunciate other O's. More elongated O's. Yeah, I think. I can't even make myself speak like that. Like, I guess it's like, right? I go, not I suppose that's it. The abode is real. Saying things like grade 2. Yeah, grade 2 versus second grade. We do say grade 2 here. So that's something. And I do say that. Beta Human says, you haven't got much of a Canadian accent. The Ford brothers have the most stereotypical Canadian accent I've heard. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're from I don't even think they're from that far north, are they? They're from Etobicoke or something. Etobicoke. They're from Etobicoke or something. I guess there are certain words that'll bring it out. Okay, moving on. First thing, of course, the holiday season is coming round. In my own sense of time, it's already come and gone. But it's coming, and so I usually every year for the past few years I've been doing this kind of a promo for my my patrons, $5 patrons. I have a Patreon, and first of all, any of you who are in chat right now, I don't do this enough, and I should do this more here and in my newsletter. Anyone here that's currently a Patreon patron, thank you so much. It's like incredibly helpful. Honestly, I don't even know what I would do without it. It's just wonderful support, and I need to mention that more. So I'm doing it now. I do have, holidays, I have a holiday card that I will mail out to $5 patrons. If you're a new $5 patron, I'll be sending a bonus package out, which is all this stuff. Last year's card, the previous year's card to that as a postcard, and a promo postcard that I would take to events. So all that stuff will be sent to you, and I keep records in my Patreon about who got sent these packages. And so I offer this to new $5 tier patrons because the older $5 tier patrons have already got all this stuff because I sent them that package, and plus something else like last year. Last year there was a sticker and the morning version of the Crimson Lodge postcard, but they got both last year. So if you're a continuing patron since last time, then you've already have all this stuff. So, yeah, the slipping into the accent when surrounded by Between the Borders. I'm actually never anywhere near people that sound like that, and that's not any judgment or anything. It's just the circumstance. Just as Jeffy says, I think my accent changes a bit when I go home to visit family. Then back to Toronto. Speak when I come back to the city. Okay. Oh, Beta Human from the East Coast. Drift into maritime adjacent accent if I'm surrounded by maritimers. I don't think I do it. But yeah, like I said, I don't really have the occasion to be surrounded by, that Yuper Northern Canadian accent type of a thing. Deluxe Tux, I've lived near Baltimore for a few years now. I refuse to pick up even a tinge of the Baltimore accent. Ace, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, Flugus, older $5 patrons. Wait, did she just call us old? You know what I mean. Moving on. The other thing, of course, is I have a store on a merch site called Fourth Wall. And that's something I just started new, which it's really cool because it has Twitch integrations. So if you were to visit that site now, there is an option if you wanted to do like a giveaway, and it all gets fully integrated between like my Nightbot, works with my Twitch and my OBS and my Streamlabs. Like there's like 3 or 4 different programs working together in concert. And we did test it that one time, and so I did do a giveaway once, and Just Jeffy won a bucket t-shirt. But so that's really cool about Fourth Wall. Also, whenever someone buys something on Fourth Wall, I can record like a video thank you, which is kind of fun. So that's something I've been experimenting with. And as well, when you open a new Fourth Wall account, you get a $50 sample credit. So I get $50 free to like spend on stuff. So I haven't yet ordered anything as samples yet because I'm trying to figure out what else I want to try. So I can order that stuff for myself, but I will eventually, and when I do order the samples, I will definitely share them with you guys on stream. So there's that. So that's it. I think that's all the housekeeping we have to do. We're going to move into, let me just get to it. We are going to move into our Photoshop. So you should see Photoshop now, hopefully. Oh, between the borders. Embarrassingly, I do this with all English accents, including broken ones. I'm not mocking you, I'm just really into the conversation. That's kind of cool. That's almost like a nice skill to have, because of course I think in school everyone kind of plays around with trying to speak in certain accents, and of course when I watch a lot of British mystery shows, you can kind of slip into some of that sometimes. I was watching a lot of Shetland, which is an excellent mystery series. It's set in in Scotland, I suppose, but it's like a little tiny island part of Scotland, and so when you hear a lot of that starts ringing in my ears, and it's fun to like try to speak with a Scottish accent. So there's some of that, and there's another really good mystery series as well, I think made by a lot of the same people who made Shetland, a show called Vera, and they're like northerner, like English northerner accents, so you can slip into a little bit of that as well. The Special Carl asks, have I ever come to Montreal? I have. Probably during school, in middle school, I think there was a trip there. I think I've since been maybe once or twice. Not that often, the Special Carl. But it's just a beautiful city and really good food. And there is MIGS, which is, I think it's Montreal International Games Summit or something like that, which I never actually got around to going to, maybe one day. Have you ever been to MIGS, Special Carl? Yeah, Evil Tentacle. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. I had to get me a diamond. Oh, glorious. Yeah, and so anyone who's just coming in, Evil Tentacle mentioned last stream that if you're a Twitch streamer, you can create your own sub badge, which is a sub for subscribers in chat. Like now you can have a diamond. It's usually like a default one. I didn't even know you could change that, but because Evil Tentacle told me the other time, I actually took some time today on my stream prep day to figure that one out. And I actually had to kind of redo the icon, because the icon is the original icon is bigger than the sub badge. The sub badge is 18 by 18 at its smallest, so I spent some time, redoing some of the pixels in that to try to make it read better at that tinier size. The Special Call. What did I visit? It was so long ago, the Special Carl, I don't remember. It was many, many years ago now. I can't for the life of me remember. Beta Human, when I heard myself playing a week of Grand Theft Auto 3, I was like, whoa, I gotta rein this in, I'm gonna get clocked. Oh, you've never been to a make? Oh, is that what it's called? Hmm. Between the borders, yeah, I caught myself doing that with English accents. It can be helpful as long as the other party understands it just happens. You rarely leave your basement, Carl, I see. Yes, Edmund Detour, good to see you. You have a diamond as well. Fantastic. I might have to fix it, because I might need to make that left upper side the same color, bright cyan, because it's not reading well as a nice octahedron. So I might edit that in a little bit. Beta 2 and the southern is the easiest for you to slip into. Alright, let's get into this. So let me know, shout at me if you don't see Photoshop right now. I'm going to just check and make sure that Dan hasn't bailed or anything yet. Okay, so this is what we've been working on. So this piece here is what we're redoing. This guy. And I don't know, do I have this? Is this, I think this is the animated one. Yes, so this is what this sequence. Bringing the diamond up to your face, and sparkle, and firelight. Yeah, so that's related to this piece. This lovely firelight piece that's also was behind me in the bigger view. Oh, the special car. Yeah, that's another I should have asked. The only thing I remember visiting in Toronto City was the CN Tower, but it was a long time ago. I was still a kid. Yeah, so it's been a while for you as well then. Yes, the bucket. Yes, the bucket. Actually, I have to fix this bucket now. Everything, because now that I've got that beautiful bucket, this one is not accurate to that same bucket. So I'm gonna have to redo this, I guess. Or maybe not, and just hope no one notices, except I just pointed it out to you. But yeah, so here's our guy. And we have a few references here that we were using last week. I was looking at these wonderful EGA pirates from Secret of Monkey Island. Gorgeous. I think we agreed it was Steve Purcell that was responsible for these. Gorgeous. EGA portraits. So we're going to look at these. And it's good to look at a bunch of different references at once, just to see how things are approached with different colors and lighting and things. I love this guy's eye here. How it looks a little cloudy. And of course, upper left, we have Doug Herring himself, who is the artist of The Colonel's Bequest, which is a big inspiration for me. But yeah, it's good to have also some realistic reference too. This guy was very helpful for his eyes, especially because I'm making Doug Bow in my case. His eye is that same kind of blue color. Okay. Oh, that person 122. That's an interesting take on it. I hadn't considered that, but it totally makes sense. That person 122 says, "I am not." Oh, you know what I need to do? 1 second. I need to change my tag. I'm trying to do that, be better at that. Okay, I'm going to put art. I'm going to change that to art. Okay, great. Okay. Okie dokie. So, oh yeah, that person 122 says, "I am not a native English speaker, and I've realized that if I am surrounded by a specific English accent, I will pick on it without realizing. Once I was talking to a person from London, and after a while they told me that I picked up the accent slightly, and I never even noticed." That's fascinating. Yeah, I can totally see that happening. And yeah, between the borders, yeah, what we're looking for is continuity of bucket, and we don't have it right now. So I'm gonna have to alter some stuff. But that'll be, I guess, part of the feedback stage that I'll be addressing. So this is my guy currently. He looks kind of scary still, which is fine. I wanted to, when I first looked at this after a long absence, I realized that I wanted to kind of make this wider, because looking at Doug himself, his beard, it's actually growing more up on the cheek than my guy, and I do want to recreate that. Yes, we need continuity of bucket. Oh, the special curl. It's a different bucket. That's a good problem solving. Yeah, that's something that I would do to problem solve it. Yeah, Goldman Summer Steam reviews will be not recommended. The buckets in the opening don't match. They don't. But it's actually a relatively easy fix, so I should probably just do it. Yeah, I'm gonna actually, I like the idea of having the hair kind of creep. That looks much better already. I like that better. Okay. Do we have a good massive beard for Robert's massiveness? Yeah, I'm just looking at Doug Herring's like it's really wonderful because it projects outward on the sides and the front. Deluxe Talks. Do you guys think John Romero owns an "Ask Me About Doom" button in some drawer somewhere? Apparently, John is very good about archiving his own work. So if it exists, he may have it. He very well may. And in fact, when Dan comes on in a bit, we can ask Dan. Dan might know. Dan, of course, having worked with John and Brenda on Empire of Sin. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's really nice working in this palette at this resolution that's on something larger because you get to really get in there with some really nice detail work. It's just something that isn't possible at the usual resolution. So it feels really good to get that chance because it doesn't happen often. That person went to do. Sorry. Fluka says that's kind of a natural language thing. If you speak a language with a regional accent, then say move to another region with the same language and a different accent, one picks up that accent a bit. It happens slower in one's native language, I believe, but it still happens then too. I've heard stories of like kids who move, who have their native speaking accent, who move to a new country, and they get. Unfortunately, they can get made fun of for their accent, and so they can actually actively really try to lose their accent so that they can integrate better socially. So yeah, it's not necessarily always like an inadvertent thing. It can sometimes be something very conscious. Lucas, that's interesting. Yeah, a friend of yours is from Sweden. He barely has a non-Midwest U.S. accent anymore. You have to listen for it consciously to hear his old Swedish accent. Simon K1176, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. How's the surprised old man going? He's coming along. What am I trying to say? He was looking scary before, but either he's growing on me or he just looks less scary now. But I think I mentioned last week I want to make sure that so the gray is doing a couple things here. The darker gray is for texture, but it's also for shadow. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not going too heavy in the dark gray in places where it would be brighter on his face, which is like up on the cheek area, and then kind of model this so that in broad strokes the dark areas are going to be the parts that are going to be kind of recessed. So like under his chin, around the corner of the mouth here, this can be darker in. Of course, but you got to start, you got to blend it as well to make sure that it's kind of working. And the sides also, because we're going to have him lit from the front. So that's another consideration. I might add another color to this, but the idea being is the two colors, the dark and the light gray, are doing more than one thing here. They're going to be delineating the hair and creating that texture, but they also need to delineate the form of the hair that's happening. So this, for instance, like here, I might come back into these areas to create some texture, but I'm going to try to be conscious about following what the lighting would actually be doing here. And still maybe sticking in some, later on sticking in some, texture like that. So just to soften up the areas of the shadow, because otherwise it's just going to not work. Oh wow, Edmund Detour. You have an American coworker based in Germany. He's been there long enough that sometimes he sounds German. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I think it's a natural human tendency. So this all has to be brought down a little bit, I think. In fact, oh, we need contiguous here. Yeah, that's much better already, like that. Yeah, Simon K. 1176. That's another very good point. Simon K. says, "My college friend was Swedish, and she had an English accent because her teacher was English." Yeah, I honestly, I've heard that too. Where I hear sometimes people who speak like someone who might have their first language be like Cantonese or Mandarin, and then they went to like a British school, so they speak English with an English accent, English plus like a Cantonese accent. I have heard that as well. So yeah, it's a very interesting thing to observe. Then I'll probably come back in here. So I'll do the opposite of what I was doing with the dark gray. Instead of using the dark gray to create the texture, I'd be going back with the light gray. But I'm not sure yet how the rendering is going to be on that. I might want to see some other examples. Like this beard, this guy with the beard, this is a much more modeled beard. I'm probably not going to go with that. And also, I think I did mention this blacksmith has some dark gray in some of the darker areas, and I'm considering doing that as well with this. Oh, Celestio, I'm glad you're liking the eyes. Yeah, the eyes are a mixture of all these different reference points here. So, looking at how the inner lid on the upper lid here, how it's dark on a lot of these guys. I'd never really done that before, but I think it makes the eye stand out quite nicely. Simon K. 1176. And we were in college in Alabama, so it made me laugh to hear a Swedish woman with an English accent try to say y'all. Oh, Special Carl, I'm glad you like the details. Yeah. It's fun to get to do this with you guys, and it's so fun to like do a bigger piece because I feel like the smaller pieces, like the more detailed pieces, are not as loose, and it's a lot more picky, especially like the architectural buildings. It's not an easy thing to have to do. So this. I'm much more accustomed to drawing faces and stuff, and so this is actually kind of a nice thing to do. And it's more relaxing. Deluxe text. My Spanish teacher in high school was from Spain, and my Spanish is also accented like that a bit. Yeah, that's another thing, which is, of course, in Canada, it's a bilingual country, and so we take French lessons, right? And the French teachers that we have have Quebecois accents, which is very different from like French France accents. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this, Carl, but if you've ever been to like France, and if you have a Quebecois accent, I think you have a Quebecois accent, and how people like can tell that there's a quite a big difference in accent between French and Quebecois French. That person wants to thank you. I really like how the fisherman is turning out. His face looks really nice. Do you plan on dithering the face area? I do plan on doing a touch of dithering here, which I'm very excited about because I usually don't get into dithering on characters. Even when I do close-ups in cutscenes and stuff, I haven't really been doing any dithering. But that's also part of the reason why I pulled these Steve Purcell pieces up, because I do want to sort of create some of this effect on this character, because this is like a wonderful close-up that I don't really tend to do that much, and so I'm excited to try those techniques. Yes, see, Simon K. exactly. Noodle Beef Noodle is a Chinese native speaker who streams in English. She occasionally uses English UK phrases. Her English is very good, yeah. Okay, and there, Goemon-sama as well. There's also Mami from Hyrule, who switches between Japanese and Queen's English on the fly. That's fantastic. I just heard a notification. I'm just quickly going to check that. Shan Conart. Thank you so much for the follow. Awesome. Welcome to Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, this is the EGA color palette that I'm using here, and that is a color palette that is very nostalgic for some of us, including me. And actually, I'm wondering if in the shadow areas should I be doing no, because that's not usually what happens with faces. No, But what we could do right now is, yeah, why don't we do a little bit of experimenting with using some of the darkest in the deepest areas. So I'm going to create another layer here so that if I hate it, I can just erase that layer and pretend it didn't happen. Also, I can hide and unhide the layer to compare what we think. Special Carl says, there's so many French people in Montreal that we know the difference, believe me. And Louisiana French, exactly, I'm sorry, Deluxe Talks. Oh yeah, of course, and French music movies from France as well. Special Carl. Omega Number, welcome. A happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Yes, huge difference between somebody from France and Quebec is the accent. I like both of the accents, the Special Carl. Quite a bit. Okay, yeah, so let's get in here. Let's try a little bit of experimentation. Let's go into some of this dark gray in some of these deep areas. So the deep areas would be nostril. You can see even on, I don't know if you can tell with this ring light. Darkest areas are going to be in these nose folds. I just poked myself in the eye. In this eye area here, in the sides of the ears. And possibly chin. We don't see this guy's chin, but yeah. So those are the areas. The nose here. I'm gonna put some, because this is an older man. I'm gonna also give him a dark area in this area, and also maybe in the eyes, because not only is he a bit of an older man, but also the lighting in this scene is kind of going to be heightened, and so we're going to try to create something that reflects that. And if we hate it, we can just turn that layer off, right? So let's get in here. Oh, Anne made this! Thank you so much for the raid! Fantastic! Welcome, Raiders! Happy Crimson Tuesday! I am Julia Minamata, and I'm making a game called The Crimson Diamond. And every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's either an art stream like we're doing now, but we're also going to have my musician coming in later today, around about 9:30 or so. And so you guys, if you stick around until 9:30, you're going to get to meet Dan. Dan is a musician on The Crimson Diamond, and he uses a genuine Roland MT32 synth and a bunch of other workarounds to get that working, and he'll be composing a new track for us tonight. So that'll be super exciting if you've never seen Dan work. He's a super pro, and he is a touring musician, composer, teacher, all kinds of stuff. And so he's been busy in the summer, so we haven't seen Dan quite as much as we'd like, but you'll be treated to some Dan today. There's like a 95% chance now, because I think it's half an hour from start. So we're gonna most likely get a Dan. I wonder if I should put the dark. You wouldn't. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna put here. Dan Karen, welcome. Anne made this. Yes, a little Dan as a treat. Yes, Dan. Dan is like the cherry on top. Dan is not the cherry on top today. Dan is the main course today. I'm here to fill time before the headliner. I'm the opening act. So let's see. So it would actually, so all the places where his nose is going to be touching like the skin here. So we're going to be doing this area here. And also like so. Also maybe, because his nose there's a projection on his nose here, right? So I could do a bit of a suggestion of a dark area here, potentially, if I just kind of, oops, not that color, this color here. That can be kind of nice, add a little dimensionality to that area, right? And Vikos dead. Welcome. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Treated to some Dan today. Sounds like some cannibalistic tendencies. Oh dear. Hold on, let me just quickly go back and check my notifications. Anne made this. Thank you so much for the follow. Wonderful. Good to see you. And thank you again, Raiders. The pixel filter. Yeah. So this guy, we're not going to see too much filter on him because he's got this fantastic, fantastic mustache beard thing happening, but oh, But I almost feel like maybe I will. I can't decide whether I want to have in there as well, like his nose, or not. It's kind of hard to say. I need to see some noses. I also need to put this in other places too to see if I can sell this to myself. Because right now something is happening here. I feel like I'm not selling it well. Because his nose is kind of flattening out. So I'm just trying to save that. Oh, thank you, Beholden. See, this face is really good. Ooh, Dame Karen said hello, hello. Anne Made This was drawing. Oh yeah, let's give a shout out to Anne Made This, of course. Shout out to Anne Made This. Okay, yes, wonderful. So Anne Made This was drawing some Muka-inspired art. You seem like a good follow-up, Dame Karen. I love Art Nouveau actually, and my game has a lot of Art Nouveau posters on the walls and stuff. Because I love it that much. I'm gonna quickly check that. Restartitis. Thank you so much for the follow. Fantastic. Yeah, I love Art Nouveau. It's actually my favorite kind of artsy kind of style. And I guess I might as well tell you guys. So I do this. I do a Patreon holiday card every year for my $5 patrons, and this year it's going to be an Art Nouveau design. Last year was kind of Art Nouveau, but I feel like this year's is going to be even more Art Nouveau-y. And that's okay. So I have in here some of some darkness. I think I'm going to maybe put a little bit here, a little bit of crow's feet here, maybe, and also maybe a little touch in like at the darkest area here, but not too much. Just seeing, we're just doing an experiment right now to see if this is going to work or if this is going to be a horrible mistake. So. Art Nouveau, oh yeah, and made this very nice. Oh, Dame Karen, oh, you were here for that stream where I kind of was testing out my new Wacom arrangement, and I was trying to recreate a Muka bicycle poster. Oh. Yes, Vico's dead. He says, this looks amazing like those old 80s games. I have heard you say this is a game. Yes, it is a game. You know what we're going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to show a little bit. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it for you guys. For those of you, for raiders who are not familiar with the project, I'm going to quickly show the trailer. So we're going to have an encore presentation of the trailer. It's like 1 minute, and for those of you who have already seen it, you can like tab out or something. But yeah, I'll show the trailer for you guys. So this is a game that I've been working on, just me and musician Dan, and so you'll see the whole team tonight if you stick around. But yeah, let's play the trailer real quick.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist, assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Real Lady Alfie, I says, I saw screenshots from Loom, I am here. And it's so funny, Real Lady Alfie. First of all, thank you for the follow, but you did it at exactly the right time. The notification for following is Nancy sitting and spinning in the chair, and in the trailer it was like the exact same part. So I thought I had a little giggle, because I was like, that's absolutely perfect timing. Welcome, welcome, Raiders. Edenway says, of those EGA portraits, who is the one on the left, the guy with the big handlebar mustache? Oh, Omega Number, thank you so much for the follow. That is Albert, Edenway. Omega Number, oh yeah, awesome, you played the demo, very good. Thank you so much for playing the demo. Hey Ribka, thank you so much as well for the follow. Happy Crimson Tuesday, everybody. This is lovely. And Dame Karen says, and I maintain that if I was rich, I would have Julia do interior decoration in my house. Fantastic. And Vico's Dead said, this looks cool. It's like Knives Out meets King's Quest by Sierra Online. I actually did a silly, like, pretend Knives Out. Oh, you know what? Let me look for that. I'm going to just keep this on my face because I'm going to try to... I'm not going to be able to find it because my files are a mess. But I did do, like, a little fun version of that. Streaming stuff. What did I do with it? No, I'm not going to find it. I have, like, no confidence in my ability to find that... I put it on Twitter. Actually, it's better for me to look for it on Twitter, so give me one moment. I'm gonna just... That's the only way to find some stuff sometimes, is just find it on my own thing. Okay, so wait. Knives Out, Julia Minamata, Twitter. Is that gonna be where I find it? No. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Google. I have it. Not yet. It just has to load up. Okay, where'd mine go? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna show more replies. Am I in more? No, I'm not in replies. Darn it. Give me a second. Oh, thank you, the special Carl. Okay, you beat me. You win. Okay, I'm gonna click on that. I'm not... I'm an artist first. I'm not that good at finding stuff. Clearly. Okay. I'm gonna click on it. I'm going to save it. I'm gonna copy and paste it into Photoshop. It's very sad. Okay. Copy image. Great. Okay. Great. Okay, for those of you, yeah, who can't click the link or not in a good position to, here's my take on that whole Knives Out thing that I did that I couldn't find in my own folders and everyone else found before me on the internet. Oh, and made this. Enjoy your food, and you got to let us know what you had when you get back. Omega Number says, I remember this was basically Colonel's Bequest interface, click to move, but type everything else. Might be mixing up demos. No, you're absolutely right, Omega Number. It's only click to move, and also you don't even really need to click to move. You can just use the arrow keys as well. But yeah, you remember correctly. Inspector Gadget Core, welcome. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Oh, that's not a person. Is that not a person? That looked really good. Oh, never mind, Inspector. Oh dear. I'm just catching up on chat. Robin the Red Fox, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, exactly. King's Quest and Quest for Glory games are very nostalgic for me as well. And of course, Colonel's Bequest. And yes, Vico's Dead. I've played a lot of the Sierra Online games back in the day, particularly Quest for Glory series and the King's Quest series. And yeah, that's kind of my special happy inspiration place for it. Let's see here. This is catching up. Between the Borders, easier to find an image on your own social media page than your hard drive. Never done that before. Nope. Vico's Dead asks, do you sketch your art normally first and then do it as pixel art, or do you do it directly as pixel art with no previous sketch? I don't do a sketch. I just work directly in Photoshop. Although the special Carl, who's in chat right now, does a pencil sketch first for his EGA work. Carl, if you go to my YouTube channel, there is a video with special guest Carl on there, and he shows his process. So we show some of the sketches, and he shows his work. He actually uses something called SCI Companion that does like step-by-step vector-based art that, you know, is kind of pixel art, really actually pixel art, but kind of confusing because it is a form of vector art. And so he has to plan everything out way ahead of time before he actually executes it in the program. And so Special Carl actually does a lot more planning than I do. And yes, Mousemas says, the new Knives Out, apparently pretty good movie. Can't wait for the Netflix release. I believe, yeah, Mousemas, you mentioned December 23rd, worldwide Netflix debut of Knives Out 2 Glass Onion. So I'm very much looking forward to that as well. Hey, more recordings, good to see you. Plunge87, hello, good to see you as well. Welcome to chat. Oh, Dame Karen said, also the parser is much, much improved on the old-timey ones. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Oh, Vico's Dead, your favorite were the Space Quest ones? Yeah, so I had a neighbor friend who got the Space Quest games. I got like the King's Quest and Quest for Glory, and we'd like trade them between ourselves, so he was more Space Quest than me. Just to Jeffy, thank you for the redemption. I'm going to get right to it. Between the Borders, I'm getting kind of squirreled, so I need to run. Thanks for streaming. I'm not entirely sure what squirreled means, but thank you so much for being here, and happy Crimson Tuesday. And have a good rest of your week. Tortellini, thank you so much for the sub. Fantastic. So Tortellini, you are getting you're getting the amazing sub badge today that I created, like the diamond little sub badge. So that's kind of fun. That's new this week. Oh, okay. Between the Borders is like when a dog sees a squirrel through a window. Okay. Got it. Let me just quickly, I gotta tab back for a second here. And Vico's Dead, thank you so much for the follow as well. That, for some reason, the follows are not showing in my chat notification, so that's why I have to like check back when I hear the chime, my Streamlabs chime, but I don't see the notification in chat, unfortunately. So that's why I'm doing that. Uh-oh. Dan, so I said that Dan was like there's a 90% chance of a Dan manifesting. It's dropped a little bit, but we will see. He just messaged. In which case, we would shift gears a little bit. We'd continue on with what we're doing, but about at 10:30 we would shift into my Let's Play of Cruise for a Corpse. But Dan, there's still a possibility of Dan appearance has dropped to about a 75% drop rate. We might get a Dan. He's like a special boss, and so you don't get him every time. Oh, just to keep you guys apprised of the situation. Okay. Oh. Sorry, this is just Dan. Okay. Alright. And Robin the Fox says, I was happy when AGD Interactive did a VGA remake of Quest for Glory 2 and King's Quest 1 to 3. VGA. For me, of course, the EGA, the original EGA is what I'm always gonna gravitate toward. But I am really happy about the VGA remakes because they tend to also do like a point-and-click interface, which I totally understand being something that's more approachable for people. And as long as people are enjoying the games, I think that's wonderful. So yeah, I'm glad you got to experience them. Oh, Vico's dead. Gotta go now, but I'll definitely be back. Very cool art, and I look forward to playing the game. Thank you so much, Vico's. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Hope to see you next time. Tuesdays, 8 p.m., where we're generally here. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your week. Shift into 3 hours of Biomantis gameplay. Oh yeah, sorry, just to Jeff, you redeemed the book. Okay, yes, we were going to do that right now. Good evening, Bill Kuhn. You made it tonight. Fantastic. You have to watch the first hour on VOD. Thank you so much, Bill Kuhn, for also watching on the VODs occasionally. I'm going to do the book. Just to Jeffy. Just to Jeffy, we're going to do a book. Just to Jeffy, I'm going to give you like a choice in book. Would you like, just to Jeffy, would you like a magazine, a book, or a comic book for your redemption? Because I have all three prepped. Hey, Dame Karen. Dan should have a director's chair which has special boss on the back. Yeah, Dan is music boss, bar none. And also Dan is much busier than I am, and with other things. So Dan is definitely special boss, special encounter boss. Book, please. Okay, brand new car. Yeah, brand new car. What's under between door number 3? Okay, book. We're gonna do a book redemption. So I have a few point redemptions on my channel. I used to be a freelance illustrator for about 10 years, so there is an option for me to show old published artwork. I have like a bunch of different books. Love books and magazines and stuff, so I have a bunch of those. And there's a hat redemption, and there's a Biomenace redemption, which is I'll play 10 minutes of Biomenace. But yeah, so let's turn off the chroma key so that we can show the book in its full glory. I'm really excited that you chose this one actually, just Jeff, because it's a book that I really love. It is. Just Jeff, he says, this is part of the evening that basically turns into the home shopping channel for me. Julia shows a book, I buy the book or try to. Here we go. Sayonara Home Run, The Art of Japanese Baseball Cards. So here's the front. Here's the back. Right, so yeah, baseball is huge in Japan, and they've been playing it for decades. And so what we have here is, just go to a random page. Oh, music, thank you, yes, sorry, thank you so much for the reminder. Music. So this actually, the book looks like the glue is binding it, kind of fell apart. That's the cover, unfortunately. So these are the baseball cards that they would have. So these are made in 1948 and 49. And they actually talk about the different players. So this big guy is Bozo Wakabayashi. So they'll talk a little bit about the guy, and then you've got a bunch of little cards here. Is this an expensive book? Just a Jeffy? Oh my gosh, really? Because I just tore the cover off because the glue had dried up. Yikes. Aren't these amazing? Man, I don't even wonder how much this book costs now because I just tore the cover off. Oh, wow. Artistic Khaleesi says, I've been wanting to get a book that a collection of Japanese drink illustration ads during the Meiji, Taisho, and Showa eras. Oh, that would be gorgeous. These are great little masks. Oh yeah, here's the inside cover. Gorgeous. So, of course, someone like me who loves limited color, and I actually did silkscreen printing a lot for my editorial illustrations when I first got started. I love any type of like printmaking, so these are gorgeous. Just in the variety of like baseball products that they had. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, rest in peace books. I mean, it's an easy repair, and otherwise the book is in really good condition. Otherwise. So I just need to glue this back. Oh, there's some photographs at the end. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful book. I actually didn't buy this one. This was a gift. Masanori Murakami. So these are, we will get into some photo stuff. Game card boxes. Just like, just the best stuff. Just the best stuff. So thank you, Jesse Jeffy, for the redemption. I should look up how much this book costs. I take better care of it. Although I usually take very good care of my books. It just so happened that the glue dried out on this one, which is unfortunate, but not unheard of. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. So thank you. That's Sayonara Home Run, published by Chronicle Books. That's that. So there's the cover again, you guys. Yes, F in chat to pay respects to book cover coon. Yeah, so the special card, it's called Sayonara Home Run, The Art of the Japanese Baseball Card, published by Chronicle Books in the year. Oh wow, I saw like a little ninja guy here. Look at that guy. It's kind of awesome. I don't know what year this book was printed in. Where would that be? Okay, I don't know. It was printed at some point in the past. Okay. Oh, what? No, what happened? No, that wasn't the right button at all. Okay, cool. Okay. Simon K asks, how do you manage your art? Like, how do you store it efficiently? Good question. Figure you must have bunches of things around. I want to reasonably store my daughter's artwork. Yeah, Simon K 1176. So I've got a lot of artwork from from college and from just working professionally. One thing that I found really good, because there's a lot of stuff that's actually quite large. So like large, like life drawings that are done on pads of newsprint and just large projects under bed boxes. If your bed has enough clearance on it and you don't have the ones that have the drawers that pull out and just has space, under bed boxes are really good for just storing like bigger artworks and not having to bend them or do anything to them. So that's one way. Another way that I have it is I think a lot of us art students back in the day, we had those giant portfolio cases that would zip up all around and had like a handle on them and a strap, and some of them were kind of like they made of like a nylon material so that you could like stuff a ton of stuff in them. And so I have like a couple of those that are full of artwork so that they're stored vertically. So I have a bunch of artwork in them, and then I kind of shove that in the back of a closet so that they're standing up. And so that's a good way to store art as well. Oh, Lemon Runs, thank you so much for the raid. Fantastic. Welcome Raiders. Welcome Raiders. I am Julia Minamata. I'm making this game, The Crimson Diamond, and it is this. So you're seeing a diamond here, kind of, and you're seeing the color palette that I'm using for the game. It's kind of like an old school adventure style game, but a bit easier to play is the goal. And so I stream on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes we get Dan, who is the musician on the game, and Dan might not be joining us. He's got a bit of a situation, so he might not be joining us. But we try to stream every week, and I will either stream an art stream, which will be working on pieces for my game, and then later on we'll cap it off with a let's play of an EGA adventure game, and I've been doing that for a while now. And or we have Dan on, and Dan will compose a piece of music for us. So we will see. Dan will keep me updated about what's going on. But yeah. So thank you. I really appreciate the raid so much. I need to there's something I see some Twitch people doing, which is I'm gonna write these down because and I'll a tweet later on, but thanking people for their raids, which I have not been doing. So I'm gonna quickly just write this down. Lemming runs, and then Anne as well. So I'm just gonna get Anne's handle again. So give me 1 second. Anne made this. Okay. Anne made this. Okay, so I'm going to find this. So these are the raids. Great. So thank you so much for the raids. And I will do a shout out on Twitter, which I have not done. I'm still learning how to do the cool things. And thank you very much, raiders. And so yeah, we every week we kind of hang out. We chit chat, and have a nice time. And right now I'm just seeing if I want to add this extra bit of darkness to Doug's face here. So as I mentioned, some of the darker areas, and actually it's funny, I just interrupted myself, which I do a lot. I just because Anne made this raid came in, and I showed the trailer again for my game, and I was looking at some of the close-ups I did. So there's Evan, who was in the dining room close-up scene. I realized I didn't actually even give him the darkness under his nose with the dark gray, even though I gave it to him in his eyes. So I'm not even consistent. It's Bill Kuhn, yes. If the book I showed was printed at some time in the future, it could be a sports almanac. That would be worth a little bit. Yes, and yes, Real Lady Elfie, yes. There is a protective spray you can put over artwork, especially like chalk pastels and stuff that tends and life drawings that are made of Conte. Some people just use hairspray as well, which probably makes it super flammable. But yeah, it helps protect the surface from being rubbed off. But yeah, my two biggest artwork storage for like larger pieces of art are zip up portfolio cases, like giant zip up portfolio cases that you fill like till they're bursting. You close the zipper and then you stick that in the back of your closet. And under bed storage boxes, the big ones, those tend to be good ways to store like larger artwork. And if it's not larger artwork, any type of like box that'll store something flat. You don't want to be bending stuff. And just make sure your cat doesn't raid the underbed storage either. Yes, you're right. Yes, Swim Fan TV, good to see you. No real orange in the palette, eh? That's what's fascinating about this palette, Swim Fan TV. Welcome, and happy Crimson Kit Tuesday. Yeah, there is, if you look at this palette, yeah, there, and actually, someone did ask me once if I could add one color to this palette, what would it be? And I 100% said I would love a warm yellow, like an orangey yellow. Because it definitely does, it does lack. It does lack, but it's actually kind of fascinating in its lack. And you kind of have to like find ways to work around that, because yeah, yellow is something you're not going to get very much of. You get a bunch of blues, which are quite nice, but yeah, it's a bit of an issue with this palette, I have to say. Blah Holton, I don't know why my first thought of someone having a bit of a situation is having pooped their pants. No, I said Dan has a bit of a situation, so he might not be joining us. I you know, I'm not going to get too specific, but it's not him pooping his pants. I will say that. Oh good, I'm glad you enjoy looking her lemming runs. The special cross, stop interrupting yourself, it's not polite. Yeah, I'm just getting in here. I think I do like let's actually let me just do the other ear, and then we can make a call here how we feel about this, or what. So let's see how you know what, I feel like that might be something I'm going to want to do as well, potentially. In there, in there. Just see what that looks like. See what we think. That actually does I feel it's I think it's a good addition. Maybe in this deeper forehead wrinkle, and in these, because you also have to think of like what wrinkles tend to are the deepest, right? And so yeah, like these ones in here, and then there could be one up top here. So yeah, just a bit of that in here will also work. Bilkin says, on Thanksgiving Day, our family movie for the night was Hugo, the invention of Hugo Cabret, which is a semi-factual dramatization of Georges Méliès, a silent movie maker who began in 1896, and it includes mechanical automatons. That's, who did Hugo again? Bill Kuhn. It wasn't Scorsese. Who did Hugo? I have not seen Hugo. Yes, exactly, Bill Kuhn. That era. I need to watch more stuff from that era. I really love this piece as well. This piece that's playing right now. Because kitties like to help. Yeah, the real Lady Elfie. Yeah, we have a big kitty connection here on Crimson Kit Tuesday. My mom made a beautiful Dido cat quilt, and Dido was our tuxedo cat that we had. And also in here potentially, because we're looking, let's look at Real Doug. In here we can have some lighting, potentially, just to start picking out some of those shapes. I think actually it's kind of helpful. Yes, exactly. Eating with proper orange would be nice. Perhaps Dan's kid had a blowout. No, there's nothing poop related happened with Dan. It just so happened things happen. Life is life. Not poop. Poop did not happen. Well, poop probably happened, but that's not the situation that dictates this circumstance that we're having. No, it just stuff comes up. Life is life. Just a Jeffy. Whoa, I was working on something, my focus wasn't fully on the stream, but I just heard something about Dan pooping his pants, so I'm just going to assume that happened. No, Dan did not poop his pants. Rest in peace, Dan's pants, no. F Dan's pants, no. None of these things, I mean, this time, I don't know, I can't speak forever, but, in this instance, that is not the case. So all this is groundless speculation. Okay, so Goldman, some of Scorsese, yes, Martin Scorsese, 2011. I've heard mixed things about Hugo, but if it's Scorsese, it's going to look gorgeous, and that could be super informative for me. So just a bit of picking out of those. Yeah, I do like that. Just there's going to be some need to model this extra good at some point. But at this point, we're still on a pretty rough stage of this, and so it's okay to just test something out roughly and see if it's working for us or not. Yeah. Pretty good with it. Aha! Dan is setting up now. Dan is come through. Fantastic. He's good. He's all good. Yay. So yeah, I mean, Raiders, if you're still here, you're going to be treated to a night of music tonight, which is not our most regular of streams, but they're so much fun because what we do is we'll start a piece of music from beginning to pretty much end, and we take a lot of feedback from people, so the music nerds get to like weigh in on what they think we should do with it, and everyone gets to weigh in, and it's a lot of fun. Evil Tentacles, David P. graded the Hugo games. Yes, well, of course, when I think Hugo, Evil Tentacle, that's the first thing I think about. Okay, adapted for the screen by John Logan. Okay, Méliès. Roughly pronunciation of Méliès. Okay. The poster in Japan by Hajime Miyoshi. So I'm just trying to catch up a little bit here. Okay, book author of Hugo is Brian Selznick, movie director Martin Scorsese. Should give that a watch sometime. Big fan of Méliès' work. I do need to see it because I'm sure it's gorgeous. Hugo. Yes, yes, this is how rumors start, Justin Jeffrey. It says, hey everyone, did you hear about Dan's poop fiasco? Real life pooped its pants. Oh dear. Yes, we're all kindergartners. I need an adult. The Deluxe Tux, I think I have played a bit of Phoenix Wright? I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of like, it's almost like a mystery game, isn't it? Trying to think of what this does is it actually makes me want to increase the size of the dark red areas. Yeah, so this actually, when I see that, it kind of makes me want to increase the size of these darker areas, because I don't like seeing the dark gray too close to the light red, because I feel like it's too much of a contrast. It's kind of harsh. It's not bad. Not bad. But yeah, you guys are gonna get to meet Dan. It's gonna be fun times. Dan is the coolest nerd you'll ever meet. Because Dan has an incredible collection of games and all kinds of stuff that he's more than happy to show us bits of. And he doesn't even need a channel redemption to do that. Although, I think there are channel redemption on his channel. I think, hold on, I think I've got a shout out link thing for him. Oops. There it is. I think there's a Dan sort of like. Yeah, so there's Dan. So that's Dan's, although that darn link, dantheband.com, is broken, of course. But yeah, there's him on Twitter. There's his Twitch channel as well. But we're going to be rating him when he's set up. So you guys can follow him, follow me there, and then also follow him. Dame Karen, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, a little bit mystery, a bigger bit anime. Yes, it's super anime. But yeah, it's very it's a nice kind of genre of game. Actually, I kind of do like how this bit is becoming. Because I'm not entirely convinced of some of this. Robin the Red Fox, courtroom hijinks ensued. Oh, sweet. Okay, so Dan has dropped me the link for the Zoom chat. So, we're going to leave this where we are. I'm gonna get into... Oh, give me a sec, they're not quite ready. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just get out of Photoshop. Let's see here. Okay. Should be seeing my face, and then I'm gonna save this onto Google Drive. So we will be rating Dan shortly, which is great, and you guys can accuse him of pooping his pants, and he'll deny it, which is what someone who pooped his pants would do, probably, but he didn't. Come on. He's a professional, or whatever. I don't know what that means, but yeah. I'm going to close Photoshop. Close Photoshop. Okay. Wonderful. So this is a music stream. Next week will be art stream, which would be me just doing more of what you just saw, and plus Let's Playing Cruise for a Corpse, EGA, of course. If you've not met Dan before, you're in for a treat. Dan is, I mentioned he tours, so he is in the backing band, the Bata bands for Sean Paul, which he's been doing that for almost 10 years now. So that's kind of amazing. He recently, like last summer, just this past summer, was on Jimmy Kimmel, performing with Sean Paul and Gwen Stefani with their new collab single that they had. I don't know what the terms are because I'm not cool. But yeah, Dan is like super cool musician guy. Also, he got nominated for a Grammy, but he's also super nerdy. He'd be more than happy to show you all his Transformers and his big boxes. But I think it is a channel redemption. Yes, this isn't Dan Poops the Pants Band. No! Yes, and he works for John Romero. That's also, yes, of course. That's another one of Dan's many coolness accolades. Where Dan also worked with Brenda and John on Empire Sin, so you can hear some more of his music there. Okay, so I've got the link here ready to go. The special code, what do you mean? You're not cool? I don't know. I don't think my coolness factor gets anywhere near Dan's coolness factor, which is fine. He is both. I've said this before, but he's cooler than me and nerdier than me, which seems completely unfair. But yeah, I'm afraid so. Dame Carrot, he has Transformers. Yes, of course because he's a music guy. He has Soundwave and the evil Soundwave. You know, there's two. I don't remember what the evil one's called. There's two different Transformers. One's on the Autobots, one's on the Decepticons that have tape players. And he has them both. He'd be more than happy to show you. Thank you, Carl. I'm glad you think I'm cool. You're cool too. No, just as Jeffy, when we raid, every single one of us should enter you poop in Dane's chat just to confuse the hell out of him. Oh dear. Oh, I'm already fading on camera focus? Yeah, this darn camera. Let me, yeah, I have to load up this Logitech thing to focus. I don't know what that is, honestly. It sounds like Henry Cavill. It didn't care. Yeah, cooler and nerdier. Soundwave, thank you, Dan the band. Of course, Dan is here. That's how nerdy Dan is. Like, as soon as you express some kind of confusion about the cast of Transformers, he's right there to correct me. Soundwave is the evil one. Thank you. Soundwave is evil. Blaster is the Autobot. Blaster, Soundwave, and Sound Blaster. Okay, Soundwave is the Decepticon. Fun fact, I have the original Soundwave in poor shape. Oh, so Dan the band says Sound Blaster doesn't transform into an actual tape machine, so I don't have him. Yeah, Dan, so I told him you had a bit of a situation, so you might not be joining us, and so, you know how classy we all are. It was suggested that something happened in your pants, but we all know that it was not that. I just said Dan may or may not, but we don't have to. You don't have to address that when we go live. And are you ready, incidentally, to go live? Oh, Robin the Fox. Blaster also has a variant called Twin Cast. I don't see. Yeah. I'm not up to date on the Transformers. He's blue. Okay, gotcha. Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder, transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his tape recorder Transformers. 'Cause, yeah, Dan will be more than happy to show both his ta Yeah, just Jeffrey. The chat could not think of any other possible issue Dan might have encountered. And I didn't like explain anything. I just said Dan may or may not. But you don't have to. Oh, Dan the Band Redeemed show a fun book. I guess Dan is stalling. So we're gonna show a fun book, and because Dan is nerdy, we're gonna show the nerdy one, not the cool one. He's I think Dan will appreciate this. So the magazine that I brought down. Distraction, yes. Stall. Okay. Computer Gaming World. Who remembers Computer? I still have the foil package because I like the gold. 20th anniversary Computer Gaming. Look at that! You get a second CD with this one. Look at this one has double CD issue, full games. This has, of course, it's open. Full games: Alpha Man, Avoid the Noid, Balance of Power, Betrayal at Krondor, etc. So there we go. It's got a ton of stuff in here. The discs are elsewhere. I'm sure I have them somewhere. I looked a little bit for them and I couldn't find them. But in here we've got. Oh look, this is a commemorative reprint of the selected sections of Computer Gaming World's inaugural issue, November 1981. Oh, God of Mischief, thank you so much for following. So this is cute, and I don't even think I even opened this before because it's in perfect condition. So that is a reprint of the inaugural issue, which is really, really cute. And let's get into this glorious. So this is what we used to live for, you guys. Before the internet, demo discs, and sometimes they'd have full games on the discs. And this one had 20 full games on it. Are you seriously jealous, Dan, of this? Are you really? Yes, Computer Gaming World was my favorite of the PC gaming publications back in the day. Like real beautiful long form computer game journalism reviews. The first hit me exactly. Okay, here we go. So this was their March 2001. That's not that long ago. I guess it's long ago now. On the back, we've got a beautiful ad here for a Dell Dimension 8100 series. There you go. Cutting edge technology. Okay, and let's just flip through here. Oh gosh. What do we have here? I don't know. There's a Lord British caricature. Create a real-time strategy to rule the world. Thandor, the invasion. You were 8 at the time, Blaholton? Yeah, so yeah, Dan, says, for reference, Julia thinks 21 years is not that long. No, I'm living in the past. So everything was 10 years ago. I'm trying to find something that's like a good page for this. Oh, what's this? I don't know what this is. An ad for Kohan Immortal Sovereigns. Sure. Yeah, Beta Humans 2001 is closer to 1981 than it is now. Let's not talk about these things. We have The Beast Within. Giants, The Beast Within. Oh, 5.5 stars, not bad. Very good. Actually, very good. Okay. Yeah, fun fact, 1997 was only 5 years ago. That's how I feel about it. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, look, here's an interview with John Carmack. It's a real gold mine. Gaming's greatest technologies. Game of the Year frontrunners. Game of the Year frontrunners. Sure. Emperor Battle for Dune, an FMV game. Okay, Dan is now ready, so thank you for the redemption, Dan. I'm going to put that back in its foil that I tore apart. I didn't even open nicely, but I should find that demo disc at some point. Oh, that foil is really falling apart. But yeah, I mean, it's nice that I have something that Dan doesn't. Okay, so I'm actually going to get into this call with Dan. I will see you guys over there. Oh, yeah, I got a raid. Oh my gosh, Dan, it's been so long. Okay, I'm gonna raid. I gotta raid Dan. So we're gonna get over to Dan's channel. We're gonna get started on some music. Dan the band. Dan the band. I have two things Dan doesn't. That magazine and clean pants. Dan is just fine, you guys. Fantastic. Everyone in the bus? Okay, we're going to head over there now. I will see you over there shortly. Oh my gosh, it said, oh, did it just raid? It said rated channels offline. What just happened? Dan. What's going on? I gotta check. Did it just, is everyone, where is everybody? Oh my gosh. What's happening? Oh no! The raid said the channel's off. Okay, so you guys are still here. Okay. Dan. And let's try that again. Dan the band. Did you forget to go live? Dan! Go live! What's happening? Oh my gosh. Dan. Oh my gosh. Dan! Oh my gosh. It's broken. It's so broken. I'm even checking out my Twitch on my phone, and it doesn't say he's live. Is he live? Dan. Am I not following Dan, first of all? Am I not following Dan? Oh, okay, Dan is now live. Okay. How come... I see 30 people in Dan's chat right now, and then 7 are ready to raid Dan now, so I don't know what's going on. We're gonna go there. We're gonna try to salvage this. Okay.
Okay, here I am.
Hi.
I'm my pants are okay, thankfully.
See what I tell you guys?
Though I did get a little airsick the other day.
Really?
Yeah, on the plane from Austria. I'm not sure why.
So that doesn't usually happen to you?
No, never.
What part of the train were you in? I mean, the plane. What part of the plane were you in?
I was in the back, towards the back.
So that's, yeah, I hear that if you're in the front and the back, those are the parts that move the most. So if you get air sickness, you should try sitting in the middle.
Huh. I wonder. I never usually get that, so I don't know. I don't know what the heck happened the other day, but
Were you
maybe it was
drinking on the
something.
plane?
No, but maybe it was something I ate.
Okay, because also that's something else that could enhance that as well. Is if you drink alcohol on a plane, that can also make you
Yeah,
feel airsick.
drinking on the plane affects you like if you go in a hot tub and you drink, it like
Oh,
thins your blood, I think, or your blood is
oh,
thinner so that it affects you more greatly. Less alcohol will affect you more greatly. But yeah, no, it was early in the morning, so I
oh yeah, sure. That'll happen too, I think.
wasn't really there. What's up, everybody?
Yes,
How we all doing?
yes.
I see
Everybody
some new
here.
chatters here. That's great. What's going on? Besides me and my pants,
Yeah. So yeah, Dan managed to.
second pants.
You have second pants. You fixed your problem.
I
Okay.
did change pants. I am wearing sweats, but you can't really see it on
Oh,
the.
what were you wearing before?
I was wearing jeans when I got home from work.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And just in case anyone wonders, I teach at a school, and I was at the school tonight, not teaching, but I was working on some music over there. So we had a
Nice.
good time.
Nice.
Mousimus just said 32 days left until 2023. What in
Oh
the world?
no. Oh no.
Just happened to change pants for no reason in particular. Yep,
Oh
that's
yeah.
correct. That's correct. Create a stop motion video of Soundwave and Blaster.
Oh yeah. Did you? Yeah, you got to show it because we were talking those off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll show it off.
Yeah, he's more than happy to, as you can see.
Well, they sit on top of my monitor speakers.
Oh, okay.
What the heck happened there? So this is Blaster. I'm sorry, this is Soundwave. Hello. This is the original Soundwave, which my friend Sal sold to me for $20, and the tape cassette eject thing still works, which is pretty rare for these. And he transforms. I should probably transform him. And then this is Blaster. So for reference, you can see that Blaster is actually much larger than Soundwave.
Wow.
But I think on the cartoon, I don't remember if that's actually reflected on the cartoon show or not. I feel like they're the same size because Soundwave is actually like one of the bigger Decepticons. He's not a small guy. Yeah. You have that Soundwave, Robin the Red Fox. I've got a couple other ones too. You don't remember Blaster? Yeah, I don't remember Blaster much from the show, but I do. I want to say he was in the later seasons. He certainly wasn't in the early seasons, early couple first seasons, couple 2 seasons. I feel like Dame Karen is like an expert on this, so maybe. And Robin the Red Fox collects so we got some Transformer experts in here. I actually have, if you really want me to get nuts, I could show off a couple of other ones.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I've seen your other ones. I
Yeah.
only know about those two. And uh, Dan, yeah, does John Romero have any and ask me about Doom buttons stashed away in a door
I
somewhere?
wish he did.
Oh, he doesn't.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
He might have asked me about Loom, but didn't Ask Me About Loom come with the Monkey Island
Anthology?
limited run collection?
I think
Didn't
potentially,
they put
yes.
that one in there? Ah, Amberseen Zero. Thank you. 29 months. Unbelievable. That's as long as I've been streaming. So that's unbelievable.
Wonderful.
And it's hard to imagine we've been streaming almost 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years as of like end of March, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it is crazy.
What are we doing with ourselves?
No,
always
well,
wonder.
we're doing some work apparently.
Occasionally. Let me see if I can find some of the other stuff here.
Yeah. I don't think I was seeing these even. I will fill time again.
Maybe advertise the game that you're making.
Oh, what? Yeah. So I'm making a game, The Crimson Diamond, and we're about to compose some music for it. And it looks old school, so it looks like the background here I've got. It sounds old school, so that's Dan's purview. We're gonna make a game that kind of hits all those nostalgia buttons, but will be a bit of a nicer and kinder experience for everybody. And I think what we like to say is it's going to play like you remember these games, like you remember the experience being, and not actually how they were. Well, that's the idea.
Yes, that's what I do like to say that.
Yeah.
Starscream T-shirt, nice. So I actually have a couple of different things here. This is the Titans Return version of Blaster,
Okay.
which I've never opened. I don't even know if you can see it. It's like just getting a bad reflection.
What is Titans Return?
Lights. Titans Return is like one of the, I want to say it was one of the Netflix shows that they remade. But this one actually does transform, as you can see on the back, it does transform into some kind of boombox thing. So I was cool with getting this.
Mm-hmm.
Sound Blaster, at least the ones I've seen, don't transform into actual cassettes. And there's the Funko Pop stuff. So I got the little Soundwave.
Oh my god.
Who's the little guy. I opened up the box. I don't care particularly to collect these things, but it's Soundwave, so. And then there's also the Soundwave with tapes, which is a giant Funko Pop, which I haven't opened. But there's tapes in there. You can kind of see. Thank you, somebody, for doing something. I can't see. Oh, is that Bill Kuhn that subscribed that I'm seeing? Thank you.
Yes, I think so.
And then this is just the Soundwave with tapes, which is just a large Funko Pop, which I have no interest in them, and especially after I opened the small one.
Do the tapes go inside?
I think so.
Big one?
They do. If you have the tapes for this, the original, they definitely do.
Oh, but for the Funko Pop big one, did the tapes go inside? Ooh,
I never opened
Optimus
it,
Prime
so
Pop
let me
figure.
see.
Yeah, does it say like, oh, the tapes go inside? Because I thought that was like the selling point of that guy.
It doesn't say. I don't think it does. I would be surprised if this had moving parts on it. These are really just like molded plastic or something.
Oh, they don't even have like articulated.
Oh, but it does
limbs?
show on the side. It does show on the side that the tape does go in, but
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
So that's one aspect. I'd like to tell people that, yeah, Dan, I say that you're nerdier than me and cooler than me. So on the cooler side of things, so you were just in Austria when?
Yes, I was in Ischgl, Austria, which is like a vacation kind of like ski resort spot.
Ah, and you were doing what?
Um, and I was playing a show with Sean Paul. And if you want to see a cool picture,
Yes, let's see a cool picture. What? How
if I
big was
can
the venue?
find it, it was an outdoor venue, and
Ooh,
believe it or not, yes, outdoors in the middle of winter. Well, it's not the middle of winter, but it is winter. Let's see if I can find the cool picture here. I have to log in. Ugh. Is this actually going to work, or is it going to do something stupid?
is it the one on Facebook? Is there a
It's
Facebook?
on Facebook, but
Okay,
it's all.
because I
Oh, I
think
got it. I got it
Oh,
on
okay.
here. Let's see. There we go. I got a cool picture of it.
Bill Coon prefers Spock Prime over
Let's
Optimus
see.
Prime.
We'll go to that, and then we can shut
Oh,
off the cams of
so was
us,
it cold
and
out?
you can see it. It was 18 degrees
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
is that cold?
18 degrees Fahrenheit is like -6
Okay, that's pretty cold.
Celsius. Yeah, that's pretty cold. I
Don't
mean,
your
you're
hands get
you're you're
cold?
Canadian, so it's not crazy.
Well, it's not that cold, but it's cold to have like bare fingers and like trying to play on something.
Which it kind of looks like my hand is a little frozen there. I don't
Hmm.
know. I'm not too
How
sure,
long?
but
How long were you in Austria for?
I was in Austria for 2 days.
Oh,
Quick
and then
trip
back
in and
home?
out.
Wow,
Composing. Let's go back to the split. There we are.
nice.
So yeah, if you're in California, it's definitely cold. Leonard Nimoy did voice Galvatron in the movie. Yes, that's true. And actually, here's a special 20th anniversary special edition DVD copy of Transformers the movie. And I think there's something else. Yeah, some kind of like hologram card came with it, which is pretty
Nope,
cool. I don't know how well this shows up on a camera, but
that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm seeing some shifting. Yeah, Bill Coon says water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so 18 degrees Fahrenheit is very cold. Okay.
yeah, it was cold. There was snow on the ground, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Um, it's a ski resort outside, so excuse me. So yeah, brass instrument. I don't know about that. That would be tough. But I actually did have a heater right next to my feet, and I also had hand warmers in my pocket. And you can't see it so well, but I'm wearing thermals as well because it's just freezing.
Neon Totem, good to see you. Saw the Transformers movie theater at original release, blew my mind as a kid.
Nice. Yeah, I was pretty well insulated. Let's see here. I'm trying to get this all situated. Okay, there we go. That's the way we want it situated. So we're gonna do something today. We're gonna
We
make
are.
noise, right?
We are.
What are we gonna do today?
Well, we're going to work on. So I mentioned to these guys, I finished chapter 5 of the game
Oh,
like
you told
yesterday.
everybody.
Yes, I did. So I was really happy to share that with everyone. And chapter 6 is the final gameplay chapter, and then chapter 7 is going to have some endings. And so the endings is something we've been addressing in terms of like composing different tracks for that. We've composed sort of like a downbeat kind of ending. And the last time that Dan streamed with us, it was kind of like a positive ending type of a thing. But I feel like we need something that's even more positive. Although the one that we did do last stream, that would be like a great one for another ending that's a bit more between the two that we're gonna have. So we're gonna have three like different like little ending tracks, which will be really nice, I think. And so I sent Dan like a bunch of links to a bunch of tracks from other adventure
One,
games.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You sent me 8
I
samples.
yes, because I wanted to give you like a broad range of stuff, and we could hopefully listen to little bits here and there, and then I can pull out some stuff that I like about them. And I think another thing that I don't think I used this adjective the first time that we were coming up with this piece, but I think it's a good one. That's like triumphant is something I don't think I said last time. So we said like positive, kind of upbeat ending, but like also like kind of like a triumphant type of an ending, I think. And I think that's a something that we can work with
Well,
tonight.
hopefully we'll be able to hear some examples in in the samples that you sent over.
Yes, exactly. And Broken, yes, exactly. Chapter 7, The Corners, Inquest, like in a Dagger of El Monroe. Yes.
Yep. Phoenix, right. Oh, want to offer promotion of my channel?
Yeah, I saw one of those on mine too.
I would like to offer you a free ban.
We don't get them very much in
lifetime.
ours.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
That's because
I should be able to do that. Hold on. Can I do
You
that?
should be able to do that.
I should be able to do
How do I
that.
offer you a free band?
How do I do this?
Right click? No.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Thank
Yay! I did a mod.
Thank you. I think you and there's only a couple of mods on this channel, right? There's only you, Slayer T, and my brother, whatever his latest name is. He changes his name on here all the time.
I see.
And I haven't seen him on in quite a while. I would like to offer you a free ban. Yeah, that's a quote. You can quote me on that one for sure. Okay, so what should we do? Should we get right into this?
Yeah, let's get right into it.
So let's go to, first of all, we're going to create, oops, we don't need to create a new folder. Delete that. We're going to create new, and we're going to call this triumphant ending.
Yes, let's do triumphant ending.
And we're going to save it here. Sorry, I know I'm not showing you guys this, but I'll show it to you in a second. Triumphant ending. Okay. Compose. There we are. Very boring because you don't see anything here. I don't need stereo. Whoops, I need MIDI tracks. I don't even need a master fader, do I? Nope. Create. Boom. There we are.
All right.
And I need to set this up.
Oh, yes, I remember the G.I. Joe movie well.
I never saw the G.I. Joe movie. But, I never really watched G.I. Joe at all.
I think I was more into G.I. Joe than Transformers myself.
I was way into Transformers, some Silverhawks.
I was the most into He-Man and She-Ra.
Nah, I didn't do He-Man either. Did you do the glowworms?
I've known of them, but I wasn't.
How
really
about
too
the
big on
gummy
those.
bears?
No, Fraggle Rock though.
Fraggle Rock, yeah.
Yes,
Fraggle
yes,
Rock
definitely Master of the Universe.
But Fraggle Rock was more like live puppets, right?
Yeah, it wasn't really cartoon. Jason the Wheeled Warriors. Okay, I don't remember that one. Orko was your favorite Maximus? Oh my goodness. Care Bears. I wasn't into much Care Bears either, but He-Man. He-Man was my big one.
Which is the best song?
Yeah, let's play some so we can get a copyright claim. I can't wait. Oh, Jace. Do you remember Jason the Wheeled Warriors?
No, I don't know that one.
Okay, thank goodness.
I don't know that one.
And Snorks, yeah, Robin the Red Fox, remember Snorks, Smurfs, of course. Are we gonna play some of them samples?
No, we're just gonna play.
That's okay. It's up to you.
No, I'm just kidding. We should probably play some of these.
I don't know how your creative process, flows.
I don't have one.
Of course you do. What are you talking about?
Let's see. Oh, this is very triumphant.
That's like too much, but I wanted to give you a bunch of. This is like things.
Gershwin triumphant, which is fitting for the time period.
It's fitting for the time period, but it's like a bit over the top. But I think it's good because I think.
Now it's like kind of silly.
Yeah, like that part. Like I just like the beginning of that piece.
Just the beginning. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I mean, it is over the top. But I think it's good to hear something that's on the higher range of what I'm looking for, because the last track was like, it was kind of upbeat, but like it kind of still had a bit of undercurrent of melancholy, and so I wanted to pick something that was super over the top too, as an example.
Okay, let's listen to the next one. Grim Fandango Remastered. Well, those sounds are going to be impossible.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, this is like
that's awesome.
It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous track. It's got a sound that, of course, we we can't do the sound, and also this is like very like Latin music, I suppose, and that's not something else we're going for. But it's just like
Sounds
the overall.
Spanish to me.
Oh, sorry, Spanish. You would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But just the feeling of it is lovely. You know.
Could be, but it could be Latin American or South American even.
Hmm.
Because the flutes, but it definitely gives me the Spanish vibe
Okay.
with like
And
the
guitar?
kind of the guitar, the kind of like flamenco style.
But just that it's a beautiful like upbeat piece. That's not like as crazy triumphant as the Dago of Amon Ra piece, but it's got like a frontier-y kind of feel,
Yeah.
though, right? But just a different flavor of frontier than what we're looking for.
Very
Beautiful.
nice.
That whole soundtrack is amazing.
That's pretty amazing, yeah.
Yes.
Here's another Colonel's Bequest.
Yeah,
or
this is
another
of course
Laura
the one I showed last time, or we showed last time too.
Spoiler alert.
You don't
Oh,
need
yeah,
to read
yeah.
the box, yeah, but yeah. Boku, yeah, Coco is very, very lovely. The skeletal dead people can be a bit, if you're not used to that type of a thing, but Grim Fandango is a fantastic game. Have you played Grim Fandango, Dan?
I've never played it.
Oh,
I've
music at
played
least is
pieces
amazing.
of it, but I've never really played it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got stuck at the beginning of the game and I gave up.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
I really love this one. This is probably, this is the closest, obviously, in terms of sound, of course.
Right. MT32.
Right. And also kind of like that kind of a homespun folksiness that I also would like to have.
Got that Canadian wilderness feel to
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Spoiler alert. Julia's game takes place in the Canadian wilderness.
Yeah, it's a spoiler.
Heavy spoiler.
Because it was in the trailer. It's that much of a spoiler. They put spoilers in trailers all the time, I suppose.
They do. So that was nice. Let's listen to the Leisure Suit Larry 5.
There's a lot of good music in the soundtrack.
This must have been the CD-ROM version or something. Remake? Oh, somebody remade this.
Okay.
The
Pretty
only
lovely.
problem I have with this is I feel like the sound is too modern.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's very modern sounding.
Mm-hmm.
Larry 5 is
Yeah.
arguably the least best of the Larry games. You think so?
I have never played them myself, so I can't really speak to this.
I mean, I would have thought that like one of the PlayStation 2 games was really bad. But of the original series. Okay, fair. Let's hear the Quest for Glory bonus finale, which is not working. Let's refresh that and see what happens.
Black Friday deals now.
Oh, great.
What's
Wonderful.
PC Richardson? I've never seen that.
PC Richard and Son is like an electronics store that's kind of local to the Northeast, I think.
Oh,
maybe
Richard
even
and
just-
Son, haha.
Even just New York.
Gotcha. It gets more triumphant in a
I
bit.
like this a lot.
Hmm. I mean, like the drums are a little much.
Yeah.
And probably a bit too epic for us. Doesn't have that folksiness, but I did want to give this as a good example.
I like that.
Yep.
Okay, King's Quest 7.
This is folksier,
Definitely.
uplifting.
I don't
Sounds
know
like
if
you
it's
could actually
very
do this.
uplifting though, is it?
Let's see. Let's listen a bit longer, I think. But it's not triumphant so much.
It sounds like you won, but it sounds like an ending to a fantasy story,
Oh, sure.
which I guess is what it is.
Yes.
Actually, I don't know if this is an ending. This is just in the woods.
Yeah. This is not an ending necessarily, but I like the piece because it does have that folksiness, but definitely more fantasy.
So I should be showing off the boxes to every one of the games
Oh
that
my
we've shown
God.
so far. The only one I don't have is Grim Fandango.
Oh my goodness.
I have all the rest.
This kind of sounds like a nice ending.
It does feel RPG-ish, the Deluxe Tux. I totally agree. Yeah, I think so. I like it.
It's nice.
Film score vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. The harpsichord. Which KQ7 box? Well, just to Jeffy, does my redemption thing still work? Channel point redemption, show off something? Try it, I'll show it off. Ah, there you go. Okay, as soon as this is done, I think this is a long song. We played like 2 minutes of that already. We get the idea.
Yes, get the idea.
I'll show off something.
Are we looking for music for the final boss fight, Giselle? No, this is triumphant ending for the Crimson Diamond is what we're looking for today. So we so far have like a downbeat kind of ending. We kind of have a middling kind of kind of hopeful ending, but it's still like not 100% triumphant. And then this is like positive triumphant ending. So we're going to be composing tonight. Okay. What have we got?
So, I'm going to first show off, let's see. Let's go back to there. I'm going to first show off the box that is literally what was just on the other screen.
Yeah, I have that box too somewhere.
Yep. This is the I don't know if there's 2.5 million of this game sold or what. But then there also exists another box.
Is it sealed?
No.
Dan?
No.
Okay.
Much uglier, but this is well, I guess it depends on your definition.
I like that
the back
box.
is better, but the front is like more dull.
Well, show us the back of both of them then.
So the back is completely different on each one.
Okay, yeah.
Now, which one was the first one printing? I think this one.
I do like that one, but I mean the other one's like more impactful and Disney-ish, I suppose.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's just brighter. But the back of the box is much better on the original one. It's got way bigger graphics, which is pretty cool. There's a picture of Roberta down there.
Nice. So the castle one is the one that was first released, you're saying?
I assume so, because the way that this one's printed, it says there's over 2.5 million sold. So
that can't possibly be King's Quest 7, can it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness.
The 7th and most exciting chapter in the best-selling computer game series of all time.
That could be the series then.
I feel like there was more than that, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 2.5 million King's Quest overall.
Just as Jeffy thinks this one is 2.1. This is the more recent one.
What's crazy to me is that I've also been able to work with Roberta Williams.
Yes.
And very recently, and hopefully we'll be doing more work for the Williams coming up. So yeah, 2.5 million, maybe the whole series. Yeah, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so I actually got, without revealing much, I got some direct instruction, I think is the best way to put it, directly from Roberta Williams in an email, and it was super exciting. I asked for some what did I ask for exactly? I asked for some reference points, and she didn't really provide specifics, but she provided something wonderful that you'd expect of a writer to provide.
Nice.
So how about that? That's the
That's
best way to
wonderful.
put
So
it.
that's the super cool and super nerdy at the same time.
Pretty awesome. Pretty nerdy.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Which one has, out of all games, period?
Which ones have the most memorable box art?
Well, I don't know. That's a really tough question, and it's very subjective, I think.
Oh, definitely.
There's some that you could probably put up there as some of the worst box art. Those are easier to find, I think, than the best. And it's funny because, whoops, let's fix that. There we go. It's funny because there's like games like specifically the Return of Wordna, which is a wizardry game. I think it's Wizardry 4. Brenda Romero worked on that game and is not a fan of the box art whatsoever, but then I've seen a lot of people who are big fans of the box art.
I need to look this up.
So I'll pull it out.
Oh, sure. Good. Yeah, Gabriel Knight 1 has the most memorable box shape for sure.
Along with Prince of Persia and Prince of Persia 2. Those have pretty memorable boxes. So this is the artwork for Return of Wordna.
Yeah.
Which she is not a fan of.
Well, you have that. That's amazing.
But
oh my god.
It looks pretty. Wizardry 4, the 4th scenario.
That looks pristine.
It's in pretty good shape. I think I have 2 copies of it. This is an Apple II version.
Oh my god.
One day I'll get the Apple II booted up and we'll show that off.
Oh my god.
I have an Apple II GS sitting over here on the other side of literally to my right, about 8 feet to my right. Yeah. So, anyway.
Fantastic.
Gabriel Knight 1. Another one is the Day of the Tentacle box,
Yep,
the Triangle box. There's Dune, which has like a sandworm coming out of it. One of the versions of the box. Yeah. I don't know. I have some disappointing boxes, that's for sure. This is probably one of the most disappointing boxes I've ever gotten.
Is it the Sonic one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew it.
It's just like, it feels like a cereal box, but it's thinner.
Yeah. It looks like something you put fries in.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, McDonald's French fry box. Although, I'll say that the manual is not horrible.
That's really good. That's nice.
And the disc isn't bad. Even if it's stolen IP.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's nice.
This
I like how the envelope.
We probably shouldn't even show this off, but it is what it is. I'm not normally a fan of people. I'm very much not a fan of people reproducing boxes.
Right.
This box actually never existed, so whatever. It will never exist, and it never existed. But some of them that do exist where they try to remake them, that does not make me happy as a collector.
No.
You know? Yeah, so let's make some noise. Oh, we got 2 more to listen to.
Two more.
Let's listen to 2 more.
So this gets more triumphant later, like.
I was gonna say this is very sinister sounding.
Yeah, it gets triumphant. There we go.
Alexa, play Girl in the Tower. Well, that's who did Girl in the Tower? Is that also Mark Siebert?
I don't know.
I believe it was.
But I prefer Land Beyond Dreams and King's Quest 7.
This is a
How do
really
you feel,
nice
Dan?
tune, though. Maybe a little
Triumphant.
on the fantasy side,
Yeah.
but I think I see where you're going with this. Ending of Space Quest 12 or 4, depending on which you prefer.
This is a bit overly triumphant, but
It's a Space Quest game.
yeah, like that drum is very like sci-fi.
Yeah, it's a little over the top.
Thank you, One Short Eye. Good to see you, by the way. Land Beyond Dreams, greater than Girl in Tower. Totally 100% agree with you.
Oh, Giselle is Jess, isn't it?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
up,
it is.
Jess?
Yeah.
What the heck time is it there? Is it like 2 in the afternoon or something?
Yeah, Real Lady Alfie. I watched Dan play, not this Dan, but
12:44
Dan of Game Grumps play. He did a solo Let's Play of King's Quest 4, and that was a lot of fun. I recommend that one too. 12 afternoon.
Good.
Very
We
nice.
won't tell your boss that you're not at work. Okay, I think I get this.
Okay.
I think I get this.
Great.
Let's go back to here. So.
Nice.
Just trying to get the tempo in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Am I taking requests, just a Jeffy? Always. Just write the
Always.
request on the back of a $100 bill and send it over.
Yes, Giselle, exactly. This theme is for the 100% completion run, exactly. The highest highs. But still folksy, like a folksy Canadian high.
Yeah, we got to find some like.
It's pretty good.
We
Like,
got to
yeah,
find
like a little
some guitars and stuff.
and like a little trumpet's good too for triumphant as well. Last course ended a bit like a baseball game. Oh yeah, that one's not gonna get flagged.
It shouldn't get flagged. Isn't that isn't that like public domain by this point?
Good question. I guess it might depend on the country. Maybe?
There's some guitars.
That's
that could keep it.
I think that's not triumphant enough of an instrument.
Yeah, but it'll be folksy. It'll add the folk element to the
folksy.
triumphantness of some of the other stuff. So that's 59. Let's see here.
I do like that brassy one of that. Yeah, I don't know if kids still like Cracker Jacks, Real Lady Alfie. I quite enjoyed them as a kid.
I did, but they took peanuts out of them. I guess because of the allergies.
Oh, sure. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. I liked the peanuts. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, there are a couple snacks that include peanuts with them like that. There's something called in Japanese called kaki no tane, which is like senbei, which are rice crackers that also have like peanuts in it, and it's awesome.
But I feel like peanuts are a large part of some of, especially like Thai
Oh,
dishes,
sure.
some Chinese dishes, Japanese dishes to a lesser extent. Korean, I'm not so familiar with the food, but like a lot of different Asian dishes, I would say. Yeah, does that how you spell it?
Yeah, kaki no tane. So it's like kaki no tane actually literally means like there's a fruit called kaki, which is a persimmon in English, and
Yummy.
it means persimmon seed, but I don't know. None of them look like persimmon seed, so I don't know why it's called that.
Hmm. Have you ever had a fruit called the physalis?
No, that does not sound like a fruit.
It's a fruit. They also call it. Oh, we lost Julia. Let's turn off Julia's cam and get her back. The physalis is also known as a ground cherry, which is kind of interesting. Is this full screen now? Should be. We should get Julia back in a second. Peanuts. Well, that too. Oh, we should do that, right?
Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna keep that open now, I think. So when next time that happens, I'll have the link ready for myself.
Doesn't sound so great on that brass sound. Let me put Julia back on. There we go.
Hello.
No, we were actually talking about the kind that you eat, not the comic strip. But I did play that. Didn't I play this last year when I was giving the concert?
Yes,
Because I've only done a handful of streams in the last year, so
this
that
is
was
true.
one that I can remember.
Okay, oh, Physalis, thank you, Bill Kuhn. What? Okay, so we're talking.
Physalis, yes. Okay, let's go to it on
Oh,
let's go to it on here.
okay, it's a fruit. Okay, talk to me about this thing I've never
They
heard
call it a
before.
ground cherry also.
Okay, yeah.
Physalis. It's really tasty. There you go. Perfect. That's kind of how it looks. Bladder cherry, Cape gooseberry, Chinese something. What Chinese what?
Are they called also
Chinese
golden
lantern,
berries?
ground cherry, Jerusalem cherry, strawberry tomato. Actually, the best description of how it tastes is strawberry tomato. This plant has high severity poison characteristics. Interesting. I've eaten quite a few of
Physalis.
them at once. They are so tasty. They're kind of like they're like a strawberry tomato. If a strawberry and a tomato had a baby.
Okay,
Oh, they're
yeah.
part of the nightshade family. Interesting.
I think they're called golden berries here because I think I just had them
Possible.
recently. And they're really sticky on the outside, or they can be.
They can be, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I totally have
They
had. I've
can
only
be.
had them extremely recent. So funny you're bringing this up.
Yep, they can be. Like this, you get them inside the little leaf thing or whatever that is, and that part dries, and then you eat the little fruit inside. You
Okay,
peel
yes, I
that
had.
back, and the fruit is inside of it. It looks like a little tiny tomato, like a cherry tomato or something. Maybe they're even smaller, and they have seeds in them.
Yes,
Rich source of vitamin C, antioxidants, other nutrients, but they're also apparently poisonous. I didn't realize that.
they sound. Yeah, they taste like they are very high in vitamin C. That's for sure.
They do. Yeah, yeah. If you get what's it called? If you get like indigestion easily, they could probably trigger that for sure.
Okay, they are
Mysterious wall
tasty.
chicken.
I do. I have to agree.
Road apple. That's something. That's
That's
something
what it
else.
sounds like. Ground cherry. It's the same thing.
Final Fight Street Meat. Yeah, same kind of thing. I do like the mysterious wall chicken from Castlevania. That's always fun.
So triumphant. There we go.
I think that's the way to go. That's our tempo. 26. Create a click track.
This instrument actually sounds like the instrument you used for the last track. Not that that's a bad thing,
Could
but
be. Could
I'm
be. I don't
wondering
know.
how similar it's going to sound to that one. I wonder.
It's not so triumphant if I go to that chord.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, the triumphant we need is Yeah, you got it. Yes, warmer. I agree, real Lady Elfie. Like, and ascending. There we go. Yes.
No. There we go. That's where I want it to go.
There we go.
That's what I meant. Just kidding.
Dame Karen, does it end in a wedding? Because it sounds like a wedding ending. It is not a wedding ending. That's no spoilers. Do you ever play weddings like that, Dan? Like that?
Yes,
that
I've played many wedding ceremonies, hundreds.
but like including the organ thing.
I played the song, but I've never played the actual organ.
Okay.
Typically, the weddings that I would play are like at the Rainbow Room in New York City or Cipriani
Nice.
Wall Street or something like that. So they're really nice venues, but they don't have organs. They're not
Okay.
typically at churches. Especially if they're Jewish weddings, then they're definitely not at churches.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay, let me get that part. That part I got. Let me clean it up.
You were looking for a triumphant Jewish wedding ending, I believe.
Exactly. Exactly.
The harp is lovely.
It's really a guitar, I think, but it's the same kind of vibe.
Okay.
The problem with the MT32 is you can't tell what's what, and maybe that's also the not the problem with it. It helps.
Yeah, why is the graduation song the graduation song? Why is the wedding song the wedding song?
Now this one definitely is not copyrighted.
It's a lovely
or public
song.
domain. Whatever, however that one goes.
Lovely.
Which one's Pomp and Circumstance? How does that one go? Ba, da, 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 da. I don't know.
No, that's the song for
That's
Winter Games.
The Olympics
For
song.
epics. I forget how. I can't think of it at the moment. What it says.
John Williams. Okay, I think I got it.
It sounds like she's died and gone to heaven.
Maybe. Whoops.
Nice.
I think this is a little too loud. 26.
All video games you feel like you've died and gone to heaven. Mine was definitely a Green Day song.
I like this. I think we can work with this. The only question is, should we speed it up a little bit?
Let's try it.
Remember that one we sped up like 50 BPM or something?
It sounded
crazy?
better each time.
Yeah, it did. We couldn't reach too fast or we couldn't reach too slow or whatever it was. This is 10 BPM, so I think that's going to be too significant. I got to fix that part. I actually like that tempo.
It's good.
Let me shut the click off and we'll hear it again.
Yeah, the snare is good. Snare is good. Yes, hey, this professional musician has a pretty good ear. Yeah, I like the snare because I'm thinking of like what happens in the ending, and I think that's actually quite suitable. It also does make it a bit more like triumphant as well, because it's kind of like army-like.
Military
Yeah.
march. Who said, oh, it was Goman Sama that said Bob O'Reilly was there by the Who. That's awesome. I can't play it on drums, can I? Same key. Julia, could you do a quick ad for the game?
Oh, yeah,
you
sure.
don't mind.
Actually, what I will do is I will do you one better than that, and I'm going to drop the
Ooh,
Steam page for it.
better. I will be right back.
Okay, all good. So, yeah, so right now Dan has been composing this beautiful music for my game, The Crimson Diamond. Dan is doing all the music for it. If you go to the Steam page and you download the demo there, there's also the demo available on itch.io. You will hear 3 of Dan's tracks that he's composed. He composed an amazing, when he first launched the game, an amazing theme song for the game. When you launch the intro sequence, when you start a new game, you'll hear this wonderful ragtime piece that he composed. Actually, he composed that one for John and Brenda Romero as just a demo track, and they never ended up using it in Empire of Sin. So it's great that I can make use of this extra track that he had, because our games are kind of in the same era ish, and so it was a perfect fit for the intro sequence for my game. And the third piece you will hear, if you grab that the demo and you play play it from beginning to end, is you will hear the dining room waltz. Actually, there's 4 pieces. Oh my goodness! Wait, theme song, the intro ragtime. The dining room waltz is another really, really nice piece. And then also the fourth track, I've been saying 3 tracks this entire time, but it's actually 4 tracks. The fourth Dan track is a song that you will get if you do a little bit of listening in on people's conversations, which is a big thing in the game because it's one of the things I really enjoy doing in adventure games. And so there's quite a bit of that. And there's a special song that Dan composed for that as well. So there's actually 4 of Dan's pieces in the game. And Dan has composed over the course of these past few years a number of really great tracks. And so the game will have a bunch of different things in it. We've done so far about 30 or so tracks, maybe. But they include, like little musical stings that are a few seconds long, some looping tracks, and some tracks that go from beginning to end. And so if you like what you hear here, and you want to hear more, please do check out the demo if you haven't already. I also I've played it a few times on different videos. Um, so there's also that if you want to watch someone play through that. I recently, but the music, I don't think I had the music on too high, or maybe I did. I recently played it for an adventure game Steam event hosted for Adventure X, and so I can actually drop that one in chat. I think I had the music playing at a decent volume for that one, if I recall correctly. But yeah, if you're one of those people who doesn't have much time to play stuff and would rather just watch someone else play it, I'll put a link here in chat for me playing the demo from beginning to end and giving a bit of commentary along the way.
Speed running it.
Yeah, not speed running. Although I did try my hand at that as well, which was a lot of fun.
That's funny.
All right.
Shall we finish up here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just had to change my pants.
I wasn't gonna say if you weren't. A bit of a Wind Waker feel, Real Lady Elfie says.
Oh yeah?
I've not played any of that.
I've never played Wind Waker either. But I do have a graded sealed copy of it.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course. It's awesome.
I think it's pretty good. How long does it need to be exactly?
Uh,
Because I can hear this kind of as an ABA tune or an AB tune. I don't know.
well, the thing is
ABA.
it's usually probably the most flexible if it's looping because with text descriptions the it could be playing for any amount of time depending on the player.
Okay, so this could be playing for a while.
Yeah, because I think the other endings we did looping as well, I think.
Yeah. This stream was not brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. But I've got some interesting notes on that stream sponsorship thing. There's actually I get like a lot of emails from some company that say like you could do sponsorships with a few different companies. Did you get any of those?
No, never.
So they could be fake, but I think they're legit. I just think that the amount of work that you do and put into certain sponsorships like this, where they're very generic, are probably not so valuable as something that would be more targeted to the like your specific audience that actually makes sense. Like not just merch, not just the games, but like something else. Like I don't know, Lord's. Exactly. Like if I'm selling a pair of pants,
Yeah.
then, obviously I would be the guy to hawk, extra sets of pants to carry with you. Third pants, exactly. You really need to make sure you carry enough pants with you at all times. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I feel like I get why it makes sense for some brands, but then as far as like the generic ones go, like that doesn't really make much sense to me.
Lord Second Pants the Third.
Lord
Uh,
Second Pants the Third,
the deluxe
exactly.
tux makes a good point. Maybe like a trumpet or something brassy kicking in with the same melody as a harpsichord halfway in. And I do like that idea because I did mention that trumpet is a nice, bright sounding, triumphant sounding, also slightly martial, like military sounding as well.
Right. Okay.
Yes, triumphant brass.
Well, I think maybe we should do a longer exposition in the
Yeah.
beginning of the song.
What? Oh, is exposition the beginning of a song? Is that what it's called?
I think so. That's how
Yeah.
you like open something, right? An
Hmm.
opening.
Nice, nice, nice.
Let's do that. You guys are having entirely too much fun with this now. Fun at my expense.
This is great start, by the way. I love that.
So that should actually be one more. Might be cool to start with drums. We don't have anything that starts with drums.
No, I think it's great. I think it's perfect, actually.
What is wrong
Horrible.
with you? Many things, many things.
Ah.
Now that feels too long. Let's try that again. That's better. God, these sounds are so bad. Like, I want to use a crash cymbal, but I hear it and I'm just saying to myself, no, you don't want to use that.
Ooh.
And there's nothing good about that. I can't use that. Oh, and here I thought we were going to be a match made on Twitch. The match has already been made. Okay, so there we're going to go into a B section, I think. Yeah, that's like really bad. I don't know. Anyway. It's gonna need the brass and stuff, but I think I might change up the drums here at this point. Something like that. Gotcha, that's what it is. Okay. And then it'll go back to the A, I guess. So it'll be like an ABA or something.
Nice.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's really nice, yeah.
So there-ish. Okay.
It's not bad.
Interesting.
Interesting?
Interesting. Yeah. This could actually be the loop point because,
Right.
but maybe it's too short. I don't know.
No, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Whoops. Let's do this as a loop point and see what happens. Okay. No, I don't think so.
Mm,
No.
it's not bad. What do
It's
you not
not
like about
bad, but it's not. Feels abrupt.
it?
Feels like we cheated a little bit. I have an idea. This might help. That's not going to help.
It's not bad. That's all. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad too. That's lighter.
Well, what if we resolve it and then do the intro again?
You could just have it end like that, and then a pause, and then start again at the.
No, it doesn't even have to do that. Check it out.
Okay.
Almost that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's getting there.
Damn it. That's not it. Okay, and then it'll start right there. Okay, that's what happened. And then, so that'll start, that'll be... Okay, let's listen to that again, because that sounds closer. A lot closer. Actually, let's just listen to it from the top. That loops perfectly.
Yep.
And that's about a minute.
Nice.
So the only question is, does it need to be longer? Which it could be. And I think that might be something that you're only going to find out once you start playtesting the ending. I don't know if we have the answer right now. Because you might hear it like 8 times and be like, dude, I'm going to shoot myself in the head if I have to hear this one more time. I do not want to hear this again. This is the worst song of all time. So we don't want that.
No.
But otherwise I really like what's there so far.
Yes, I
think
agree.
It's pretty cool.
Are we going to try to squeeze in trumpets?
Well, there are trumpets in there.
In that beginning part.
In the brass part.
Yeah.
We could try to put in more trumpets.
Like a bright kind of like, you know how they have like reveille trumpet?
Yeah, I know how they're supposed to sound, and I know how the MT32 sounds. Let's see. Okay, here's the brass options we have.
Okay. That's not bad. For a little bit of that might not be bad. No, too hard.
Oh, that's bass. That's brass. Brass. It's between those two, I feel like, as something that would actually be
what are the
usable. Or
yeah.
You could also try trumpet, the actual trumpet, but I don't think it's going to have as much power to it. Let's try that.
No. It's not bad.
I feel like the best sound still was probably this one. One of those two.
Yeah, what's the second one again?
That's the first one.
Okay. It's not bad. That's pretty good. Yeah. It sounds trumpety.
Does.
More fanfare, yes.
Now let's see if I can do this.
I like it. I think it makes it bright. Yes, the king has returned. I think as an instrument, it's too much to have it all the way through like that. I think it just needs touches because it gets to be really harsh when there's so much of it.
That doesn't sound good.
No, I think it just needs to be touches here and there, like da-da-da, and then da-da-da, you know. Yeah, that's it. Occasionally.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah.
So we just lost Julia again. Let's try that one more time. And there's Julia. Okay,
I'm
good.
back. Hello.
Full screen view. Full screen. There we go.
Yeah, Dan does not have a paid version of Zoom.
I used to. It's
We
too
get 40
expensive.
minutes.
45.
Mine says 40.
Really?
Maybe in
Maybe I
America
thought it
you
was
get 40.
45.
Well, anyway, it's okay because I just can just click the same link and it just opens up again. It's totally fine
Yep.
and totally professional.
But you know what? There's actually a new feature in Twitch called guest star.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes,
So I
you're
think
right.
that's actually what we want to do
Yeah,
in
we'll
the
have to look into
future.
that. Yes.
We should test it out at some point.
Yes, I agree.
Um yeah, I think that would be I love when we used to do test streams every once in a while and we get like 10 people in the test stream and we're like, "Hey, we're just testing. We're not actually doing anything today. No, nothing cool happening. Sorry, just testing. Okay, see you guys on Tuesday." You mean we get Julia like we get Twitch ads? Yeah, that should be good. I should like limit like you have to add quarters to the game. You only get like, so much time limit and then Julia disappears and then you have to add more quarters to get her back.
Bits. Yeah.
Bits, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Julia's gone again.
Uh,
That'd be a lot of bits cuz what is Zoom's like $15 a month or something like that?
I have no idea.
I
I've not
think it
even
is.
looked.
Yeah, I think it is.
I never entertained the possibility of paying for it.
I had to for a while. It was totally necessary as part of the
Oh,
pandemic,
sure.
but then
Of
it
course.
became unnecessary. So I was like, no, I don't need this anymore.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, we'll look into the guest star thing at some point. Maybe do a dry run here or there and
Yeah.
figure something out.
It says the only browser that is supported is Chrome. So whatever that means, it needs a browser. So maybe you can't launch it through OBS, but that wouldn't make much sense. That
No,
wouldn't be much use to.
well, no, I mean, it would be useful because like you would be using OBS, and then I would just check in with the browser, and that's how it would connect. And then you could just share my window or
Mhm.
whatever to your OBS.
I'm confused still.
No, it's fine because you could OBS like usual, and then instead of calling me through Zoom, then I would just have some browser window thing to be in, and like that would work uh, in
Yeah, we
theory.
got to test it.
Yes.
Julie's behind a paywall. I like it. I like this idea. Ah, thank you, Jess. Yeah, see, there you go. I like it.
There could be like a meter. There might be some kind of bot where I just start
Yeah.
Twitch flickering in and out.
Yeah. I was just about to finish my sentence, but there's a paywall again. That's how you got to do Twitch.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you got to do Twitch.
Right.
That's how all the big streamers do it, I'm sure. I'm not in love with it.
No?
Not really.
Just a da-da-da here and there. Not the whole thing.
It's okay. It doesn't add much to me.
Hmm.
It doesn't necessarily. So, in music and composition and improvisation in particular, I like to use a rule of thumb like if it's not adding something,
Mm-hmm.
you're actually taking away.
Absolutely.
So, this probably applies in artwork and things like that,
Sure.
right? Like when you're making a picture, it's like if I'm not adding something here, what am I doing? I'm
Mm-hmm.
taking away from the rest of the picture. In music, that's certainly true. It's like if you add something and it's not necessary, it actually takes away from your overall clarity. I think that might be what's happening here, but I see what we're trying to achieve. I
Mhm.
just don't think we have the orchestration capability we'd like out of the MT32.
Gotcha.
I think. I could be wrong. We could add probably more orchestration to this, but you run out of polyphony pretty soon, and you also just, I don't know, it just sounds a little shrill to me.
Was there the less shrill brass option?
We could try another one. Yeah. Let's see.
The one that was
Oops.
supposed to be trumpet was less shrill, I thought.
Oh, maybe it got to the wrong instrument.
That's
Oh, I had
good.
the wrong instrument. Yeah, I had the wrong instrument.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I feel exactly the same way. I don't think it's adding anything. I don't know.
Okay, let's hear it as it is. Let's hear it as it is again.
Yep. Without the click on, yes, clicks off.
It gets brassy. It is brassy. Nice, 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 nice.
I like it. I feel like this song is at a point. It needs some cleaning, but I feel like it's at a point where I would leave it and come back to it and revisit it and see how I feel about it. See how you feel about it at another point. To say, like, you know, because I think you lose perspective on something after a period of time. I don't know. There's not really any rhyme or reason to it. What do you feel?
Yeah, fresh ears, fresh eyes. Like
ears.
sometimes when I'm working on something, I need to take a break, and that's perfect for like a biomenace, 10 minutes of biomenace, and then come back to it, and
Right.
it really does help.
So we should play Biomenace for 10 minutes, is what you're saying?
I'm really having fun with it. I'm at level 4 now.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
apparently that's when it gets hard.
The game's tough anyway, I think.
I buzzed right through level 3, and then I played even the bonus level.
Have you ever played Cosmo's Cosmic Adventure?
Yes, I loved that one as a kid, and I was thinking about using that as one of my channel redemption point thingies, but I'd never played Biomenace at all, and so that's why I like to try to play things I've not played at all.
Real Lady Elfie is right. A whole night's sleep break is what definitely helps me. To be honest with you guys, it's really actually very difficult for me to stream after I've gone through my whole day.
Oh yeah.
Especially when I'm doing composition, because it takes a lot of mental energy. I don't know if that's the best. Maybe that's why I'm always exhausted after I stream. And I only stream for like 2 hours at a time, and some people stream for like 8 hours or longer. I don't know how they do it. Oh, you want to send her a Gravis gamepad for Biomenace? Do I have to send you anything, Julia?
No, you're all good.
Because I have a Gravis gamepad.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Extra?
But the only problem with the Gravis gamepad is you'd need like an actual joystick port for the one I have.
Oh.
Which would not work.
I've not seen one of those in quite some time.
You're not running period correct hardware, right?
No. I see, like, I'm not nerdy like you, as nerdy as you. I'm so not as cool, not as nerdy. We've been over this. Unfortunately. That's amazing. So that's like one from back in the day. That's not just
this is the legit original Gravis gamepad.
Oh boy.
And it even has the thumbstick, the screwable joystick.
Oh my goodness.
You can use that if you want.
Deluxe Tux, have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here with us.
Deluxe Tuck, where are you going? Where do you think you're going? The stream's not over yet.
Happy Crimson Tuesday.
Exactly. Happy Crimson Tuesday.
I remember the screw in stick from like ads and stuff, but I never had an actual Gravis gamepad. Yeah, OG Gravis gamepad is the correct one for Biomenace. There's probably some kind of joystick
but I
port
do have
USB
this
connector,
which is USB. Can you see it? It's like
Right,
a
right, right.
Super Nintendo
Yeah, yeah,
pad,
yeah.
an actual Super Nintendo pad.
But
And
USB.
I'm pretty sure I bought it in Canada, in Toronto or
When?
Montreal, a long
Or
time ago.
Montreal. Okay.
A long time ago. Before I ever knew Julia, that's for sure.
Because I was about to ask, like, why didn't we hang out? If you were in Toronto.
Because I didn't know you. Is that a
No, that's
problem?
not a good reason.
That's not a good enough excuse.
No.
Try
Mm-mm.
something else. Try again later. No, I think that was it. I'm assuming the Gravis gamepad was just a collectible in very good. Yes, it is a collectible in Jazz Jackrabbit.
Awesome.
I haven't played that in a while. I really liked that game. Weird to learn it was a real product. I actually feel like I want to say that I found out about it from Wolfenstein 3D, which had an option for Gravis gamepad, but I don't know how that would control. I think that would control really awful.
Yeah. I
But
think I just saw an ad for it or something.
then again, Wolfenstein 3D, they hadn't really perfected the control. I think Quake is when they perfected FPS controls. Is when they really perfected it. Doom, even still, and Doom 2. But it was once they hit Quake, they'd really perfected. That was the whole mouse look and all this, WASD and whatever. I don't know. Are they the ones who invented that style? I think it is. I think it
Oh,
was
well,
them.
Gravis was Canadian. Oh my goodness.
What contest, Jess?
Oh,
Same with
concert.
Adlib.
I think concert. Yeah, concert.
Concert? Oh,
Yeah, Dan, how many guitars do you have?
I currently have 3, but I should have 4 soon because Link is going to send me one as soon as they're done being manufactured. But he's literally manufacturing them right now.
And
So
that's the one
hopefully
you
soon.
played on Kimmel?
That's the one I played on. Was it Jimmy Kimmel?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, Jimmy
Awesome.
Kimmel with Anthony Anderson hosting.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. So I did play
Nice.
it on there.
Because he just like drove the prototype to you for the
He
recording,
literally
right?
physically drove the
Yeah.
prototype to my
Yeah.
hotel at 4 in the morning.
That's awesome.
And he's like, "Hey, are you still up?" I'm like, "Yep, I am now." No, I was up. I was actually up, and he
Why were you
drove
up
it
at
over.
4?
I was over visiting a friend in LA,
Oh, nice.
and so he was done at we finished up at 3. He walked me back to the hotel, and then Paul from Link came over with the prototype,
That's fantastic.
and literally it was held together. Keytars are awesome, not to be confused with centaurs. Yeah, no, definitely not to be or cheetors. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Certainly don't confuse those two. Dangerous if you do. So I think we're gonna raid somebody up, and
Fantastic.
who should we raid up? We got a
Well,
few people that
yeah,
are
like
online.
I would
Did you have
if it
somebody?
was me, if
Yeah.
it was me, I would say Robot Spacer because he started playing Return of the Obra Dinn today, and I like can't wait to see what he thinks about it. But if you have somebody else, absolutely as well.
There's a few people. Middle Age Stream is doing jank and ROM hacks with a mister. He's a maniac.
Yes.
Cobra Command is doing Ninja Gaiden on NES.
Oh my gosh.
I like Cobra Commander, but I don't like that game. Oh, Amiga and Commodore 64 request all night on Tondagasa's channel.
Ooh.
Oh, Kilgore is playing Freelancer. Freelancer is one of the best games ever.
What's Freelance? I've never even heard of this.
Just so happens that I have a copy of Freelancer right here.
Oh, of course.
And this is a Chris Roberts game.
I don't know.
So
Who's
this
Chris Roberts?
Privateer, Wing Commander
Oh, okay,
Privateer.
okay, yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah, Wing Commander.
And Wing Commander in general, I think.
Yes.
And also Star Citizen, the famed property. But this is actually really a full, complete game that was awesome.
Freelancer.
And plays like Privateer. But this came out, I'm going to say 2001 or 2002. What does this say? 2003.
Yeah, that's a pristine box. It's just said.
No, this isn't even that great. It's okay.
Pretty good.
This is a small box. I don't think there exists a big box for this game. I think this is the only version of box that we got for Freelancer, unfortunately. And then there's Starlancer was also another game that Chris Roberts did as well.
Oh,
But this is to me the pinnacle, and probably not played a whole lot.
what was it? Who published that?
This is Digital Anvil Microsoft Game Studios.
Huh.
So I guess Microsoft was the publisher. Digital Anvil was the company that made it.
Cool. That sounds kind of familiar, Digital Anvil, but I don't know.
I'd have to look it up to know. I'm not good with that kind of knowledge, unfortunately.
Yes, you are. Wait a second.
I'm okay with it, but like the game companies, I only know id Software well because of John Romero. Otherwise, I wouldn't know the game company, and that's an easy one to know. Digital Anvil, I don't know at all.
Hmm.
You know, Humongous Entertainment, I don't know too well.
Hold on.
Companies like that. Freelancer's a great game. So I'm between Tonda and Freelancer with Kilgore, but what are you thinking? What was the one you were thinking?
I think it's Gentleman's Choice because it was your stream and you did all the hard work.
Yeah, we could do that, I guess. We could do that. All right. So what do we? Let's do a poll. It's always fun to do.
Ooh, poll.
We're gonna either go Tonda or we're gonna go Kilgore. How do you do a poll again? Poll. There we go.
Yeah.
Shout out. Oh, you can actually do that now. You don't have to have a bot.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it looks like it. Poll.
Nice.
Okay, question. C64 Amiga with Tonda or Freelancer with Kilgore. And we're going to do 2 minutes. Boom. There we go. Did that work?
Yes, it did.
I didn't put a question mark, but I think you guys get the general idea.
No, you have to redo it.
You've not heard of either? Either what? Either Freelancer or Starlancer?
Yeah, Digital Anvil only published, made 3 games. Starlancer, Freelancer, and Brute Force, actually, so there's 3.
Starlancer they published as well?
I don't know if they are a video game developer. They're not a publisher. So yeah, Microsoft
they're the
published
dev
it.
team. Yeah. Chris Roberts and
Yes.
designed it and others.
Yes.
Bill Kuhn, thanks you for being here. You didn't have any recent amazing retro pickups, did you?
Yeah, you
And
didn't
Jess,
mention it in
I'm gonna have to
stream.
say you're fired, Jess. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go at this time for not hearing of either game. No, it's all good. Freelancer, Starlancer, or Privateer. You ever heard of Wing Commander
Brute Force.
Privateer?
No, they did. That was not.
Well, they didn't do it, but that was a Chris Roberts game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Actually,
or the Wing Commander series. I'm sure
Chris
you've
Roberts
heard of that.
Games. So through Origin Systems, he did.
Origin.
Yeah.
So that takes us back to Lord British, because I saw you guys talking about. Okay, good. Love Privateer. So if you love Privateer, you'd love Freelancer. I haven't actually played Starlancer, but I've been told by the old owner of the Origin Museum that I would love Starlancer as well. So both of those games, Freelancer probably is the easier one to get into, I would think. But you got a Japanese copy of the EGA QFG one. My friend Kevin just got one. Literally just got one for the PC88.
I saw it on Facebook. Yeah.
Did you see it? He posted.
Yes.
I think he posted it in the CGG group.
I don't know if I'm in that group, but I saw it somewhere.
You're in the Classic Gamers Guild. You're not in that group. You just
tagged
me
sorry. Oh yeah. Okay, I thought you said you. I was thinking Big Box for some reason, but no, it's Classic Gamers for sure.
And Tonda is the winner with only 2 votes. But hey, 2 votes is more than none. Tonda Gasa. Boom.
I love C64 graphics. Actually, I remember when he was playing one a while back. It looked like a mystery game or something, and the palette is fantastic.
I've gotten a lot of Commodore 64 stuff lately. I had that gigantic pickup of stuff, and then I actually got some more. Did I get some more since then? Maybe I haven't got any more since then. I got a copy of Wasteland for Commodore 64, which is the precursor to Fallout, if anybody knows that.
Oh yeah, I have the DOS one. somewhere kicking around.
You have the DOS Wasteland?
Yeah, like
That's
just as
a pretty
no,
hard game to find.
no,
Pretty
I mean like
desirable.
just like as a file. Like I don't mean the
Oh,
box or
gotcha.
anything.
Gotcha. Yep. All right. Let's rate up this guy and see what he's doing. I love Tandagasa too.
Yeah,
He's
Tanda's
great.
freaking awesome.
Thank you, everybody. See you guys
Yes.
next Crimson Tuesday. And Julie will be
Yes.
doing some artwork, right? Are you going to do some artwork and some Biomenace?
Yeah, so yeah, Biomenace if people do the Channel Redemption, and Cruise for a Corpse is my current Let's Play.